Life Unscripted with Kevin Shook.
You can sell like clothes or whatever. Depop. D-E-P-O-P.
What is it?
It's called Depop.
Which one of these are you possibly?
I don't want this one. Yeah, because this is too much.
Alani, bro.
I've had like 7 coffees this morning.
Alani makes me want to put on some Ugg boots and do yoga. That's a mom drink. For real, man. They'd be getting real fancy with some Alani. I trimmed my eyebrows for this.
Did you?
Yeah, just a little bit ago.
You use like a... Yeah, you did. Those things are...
I try to take them.
Like hash marks on a highway. You're ready to go. Those are good.
So,
what's up?
Welcome back.
Thank you.
We haven't done this in a while.
I know. We've been busy and finally got a chance to...
I know, and we're live.
Get up to do this. Facebook Live.
So, I got a question.
Yeah.
What do you identify as?
Straight male.
No, I ain't going with that.
Well, that's what I think of.
No, like, so on your social media.
Okay, like a profession or just in general?
So if someone was to say they don't know you, they've never met you, how would you identify? Both personal and professional.
How would I identify on social media?
Yeah.
A person that just puts himself out there to have fun, but also provides a service. Uh-huh. So he's able to blend both of those things together.
What's your service?
I sell real estate.
So you're real estate
actually, I connect home buyers and home sellers.
Your solution provider.
Yeah,
your connector.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that. I've been thinking about that for a while because, Sandra's on here. Cherry Slush.
Yeah, she's all about that.
Oh, we'll send one home with you. What's up, Kirschberg? Shookers identifies as a stud. And the internet takes us off.
Oh, it's great.
We worked in Indy together. We did EMS together in Indianapolis in the wild days, like partying in Broad Ripple and just ripping through town. But anyway, so
like products on putting stuff out there on your social media or whatever. Yeah. I thought about doing different stuff, but I'm like, man, I don't want to deviate from just doing what comes natural.
You're talking about back to what do you identify as?
I guess so.
So I was thinking about this because there's a lot of titles on social media that we give ourselves, like CEO. I think one time I had CEO on my Facebook of That Drone Guy LLC. And I'm like, what's fuck? I'm the only person here.
Or it says what are you doing? Like Jason Falcone is eating Doritos and watching this, you know?
Some people, they identify as social media influencer with 1,000 followers. Which you got like 4 million bazillion.
No.
But think about it. If Kirchberg, look, he's talking about, not Dorothy. So Kirchberg might get a kick out of this. So back to public safety, because we were in public safety together. I was thinking about titles like firefighters, identify as firefighters, but their real identity are lift assisters. Yep. Cops are their real identity are welfare checkers,
adult babysitters.
Dispatchers, they are snack connoisseurs. You know what I mean? So I was like, what if we were authentic on social media, and put our real
the filters
what we really do?
Or the anonymous Facebook post, flaming hippo 497, and what do they actually do and say and all that.
What they actually are, what they actually do. Because that got me to thinking something. I need to change mine to comedian, although that's self-proclaimed. Mm-hmm. People take anything I say or do way too serious, and I usually do nothing seriously and say nothing seriously. So I thought about changing it to comedian. Point given.
Get some laughs out of that.
I did a little earlier, man. I'm just scrolling. All right. I try not to scroll a lot because there's, I'm a practitioner of digital marketing. So I got to put a lot of content out for various businesses. Right. But sometimes I'll get to scrolling, and I was scrolling through and I was like, oh my God, that soundtrack hit me. You know what? I think it's called a digital logo.
Yeah.
Where if you heard the Netflix sound, you would know exactly what that's off of. Yeah. So one of my childhood sounds is Unsolved Mysteries, the song. Oh my God, dude. Yeah. I was like, oh. And then I'm like, wait a minute, Sam, my colleague up here, he walked by the cameras a couple of days ago with his friends. So I was like, I made this video and I edited it real quick, threw the soundtrack on it. I bumped down because they're Wise cams. We have cameras everywhere in case you're trying to break in.
You're looking at me. It's kind of weird.
That's the after hours.
The red light.
Cameras are everywhere. Don't try to steal anything. But anyway, so I edited this video real quick just to kind of take a mental break from like what I was working on. And I was waiting on, there's a 3.5 hour podcast coming out tonight on Be Tempered. I was waiting on that to export 3.5 hours.
God, that takes
it's
a while.
insane.
Yeah.
So I exported around it this stupid little video and had the unsolved mysteries on it.
I remember that little sound. Yeah.
And
scared the heck out of me.
people start texting me. Who broke in? What happened? Comments were hitting it like, who are they? What'd they do? It literally was just Sam and his friend walking by.
I saw it through the
cameras.
black and white. I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought, like, oh, maybe somebody come got it there.
It was strictly because I was just joking, right? So that's what I was like, should I start identifying as a comedian just so anything I put out there, people don't take serious? Because I'm never going to put anything out serious.
No, I mean, you can just, if you're going to put something out there, just and then just to see what people would say,
I mean,
maybe. Just for fun.
I don't know, man. I mean,
throw it
some
out
people
there.
put like #1 realtor in Wayne County on their billboards, but they're not.
Yeah.
So we can identify as
Say
whatever.
whatever you want. I mean, hey,
You know what?
you know how to put like had 30 White Castles in one night. That'd be a good one. That'd be pretty good. Took down a crave case.
Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. It's just, it had me thinking because I had to give that a speech to an organization up north, and it was like it's a mixed organization where they lump their economic development with their chamber, with their, I don't know what all's going on, but they're desperate enough. They had me come up and talk to them about digital marketing, and I'm like, I didn't go to school for this.
You don't have to.
and I'm
putting
like,
it out there.
I'm not an expert, and I'm not the best, and I'm not going to give you the most polished stuff. I'm a practitioner. And
Well,
that's what had me thinking.
I mean, I think
about
we're
titles.
in a spot in how this is right now where it's all experimenting, it's all putting things out there, and it's not being sensitive to certain things and just consistently putting content, but also being relevant. Like
Right.
things that are like that people are paying attention to, and because that stuff recycles, and then someone maybe didn't pay attention to it, and then a week later, like, oh, that made sense.
Yeah. We got some more comments. What's up, Denise?
Lori.
Climbing the ladder took me out.
Oh, that so the
Is there a
people
story
that,
behind that?
So the people that climbed the Empire State Building in New York, right? So they climbed up there, and the guy does the marriage proposal, and so I'm sitting here, Chandra and I are at the house, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, Chandra, look at this.
Oh, I seen the video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm like-
yeah.
I said I got an idea. So then, of course, go grab a ladder and make something, just dumb stuff like that, right? Because we have fun with that, and that we enjoy it. And then I'm like, yeah, just put it out there, and you're putting your brand and your name,
Right.
and
You're having fun though.
and some people may take it as like, hey, is he going to be off the wall at some place or do something like that?
You know how I took it?
I have a good filter.
Is he gonna fall?
I know. Yeah, right. Does he have insurance? Yes, but it pays a lot for it. But no, I mean, I was, and I had slides on too, so that's always
Did you?
good. Yeah, because I wanted to go all the
Wanted to
way
go all out.
say, yeah, but no, I didn't fall. I was up high enough, and then Chandra got on there. She throws the Batman mask on. I had no idea she was going to do that, but that made sense. So
Is that a common thing for you guys?
normally I wear the Batman mask. But I had a little bit of a rash on the side. From
Is
wearing
that you at Jiffy Lube or at what, Valvoline?
Yeah, right. Get ready to see me at City Hall. There you go. No, yeah, but those little stupid things like that, it's fun to put yourself out there. Not trying to do something. So
That's funny. No, it's fun. And it's not.
Jeff Hayes,
What is it? It's not AI generated.
man,
It's fun. The value of that authenticity, the value of like real people, real videos, what we're doing right now. I am a person talking to you guys right now. If you're watching, is increasing, bro. Gonna make me buy another house. I don't need another. You got all right. Run your listings right now. What do you have?
Gosh.
You got a 3-bedroom ranch
I
on a
have
slab.
one coming.
One
With a
coming.
basement.
All right.
Yep.
Big basement.
Big basement, walkout basement. Really nice. That'll be
You can
coming.
store all your Batman apparel.
All your stuff there. You can jump off of a tree, be Batman.
Dude.
Live in the country, still have city utilities.
Speaking of like jumping off trees, I weighed 301 pounds the other day.
Yeah. So you're in a 3 club also.
I've been to the gym 4 days in a row now. After I weighed 301 pounds, I was like,
But it goes up and down. You know, I mean, up.
hey,
a
up,
lot more.
up.
But you know what to do to take it down.
Yeah, but yeah, go to the gym. But you know what I do at the gym?
See,
I walk a lot.
that's what I eat.
You know what I do while I'm walking? I just walk around and I look at skinny people like, why the fuck are you here? Like, you've already passed the
Right.
finish line.
Right, you're skinny.
Your
genetics work.
You're already there. Why are you still here? You're already there.
Kevin, like I say, we're just lazy. We're lazy and fat.
I eat my anxiety a lot. Do you ever get like imposter syndrome?
No, not really.
Oh, look at you.
I don't.
I don't get imposter. Fuck them weak people.
Go climb a ladder.
Just don't jump off. You never get imposter syndrome? at all?
No, I don't think so. No, I mean,
Do you know what it means?
nope. I'm just. Nope.
You're looking.
Hey Siri, what's imposter syndrome?
It's going to be a picture of me. You don't know what it means? Now you're like, oh, actually, yeah.
No, I don't.
Really?
No.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I don't.
I do all the freaking time.
I have. I'm impatient. I think that's a big thing with me. Is I've constantly got to be doing something, and like I expect.
I know every
people to do the
listing
same
you
things.
send me, you're
hey,
like
this.
You're like, the seller wants to hurry really fast. And I'm like, oh, your middle name's Seller.
Well, I mean, it's like, hey, look, we want to get this out there and do this, and yeah. I'll be texting you later.
No, deep talk. So no, imposter. So you never you never been like insecure, like about, am I really the highest qualified person for this? Or
Insecurities, definitely. But
I tie it together a little
okay.
bit.
Well, yeah, I'm like, because if you're putting like a diagnosis of that, but no, insecure, of course.
I don't know. I think so. Once we used to have a really good chancellor at Ivy Tech Richmond, and her name was Stacy, and she was crazy. Because I used to have a project out there, but so she told me one time about the Middle Finger Project, the book. So I like, you know how I asked you about, should we start a book club?
Yeah.
Although we don't read.
I don't read. I get through like an audiobook or like some
halfway.
Can I do a YouTube club?
Got a TikTok club? Yeah. Where we just talk about TikTok.
Give me 7 minutes. That's what I need. I'm really 7 minutes for everything. That's about.
Is that the Batman mask again?
I usually wear a Hulk Hogan headband. Hulkamania. You know. Eat your vitamins. Say your prayers. All that stuff.
You're gonna break something. You're gonna break. I swear it wasn't domestic violence, officer. I mean, welfare checker.
Oh God.
No, I don't. Oh, the Middle Finger Project. Yeah, so that's a really good book about imposter syndrome. Basically,
Okay.
How sometimes if you actually work for somebody, you're pushed down. Especially ladies. They have this. There's a lot of industries that are still kind of like looked at as a man's industry or whatnot, So they still have to like prove themselves, although they shouldn't have to.
That's big time in corporate world. So,
oh yeah.
I mean, so I dealt with a lot of that in previous jobs.
Banks and VPs of hospitals and stuff
It's all
like
a game.
that. It's all
you
a
just gotta
game.
play it.
But no, so I get imposter syndrome big time. Like when it comes to like locally, I'm not supposed to really get a lot of local business because I'm supposed to have a bad reputation. But apparently, it's like people are forgetting.
Product. You do good things.
I know.
You
Well,
good product.
but then when they hit me up, like the other day, and I'm tired. I promise this is going to come back around to my 301 pounds when I weighed the next day. I sat there that night and I like literally ate my anxiety because I had these two like major video projects that I was hired for by a local organization for some awards. And I'm like, I'm not supposed to be doing this. Like, you guys aren't supposed to like me according to vice president of the hospital. So I'm like, I shouldn't be hired to do this. So I haven't done something like that in a while, and it was expected to be a really nice video. So where I'm putting the clips together to tell the story and everything, and I'm like, I just start overthinking it for weeks. Then you kind of put it off because your anxiety's cranking about it and everything else. And I'm like, they're going to want a ton of revisions, and this ain't nowhere near the level of last year.
You're thinking of things that haven't happened.
Yeah, so I'm like freaking myself out and all that stuff. And then, so like instead of working on it, I like ordered a bunch of junk food. Did my eating my anxiety.
No, I've never
done that.
No, it's everything to me has always been, it's got to be in motion. So, and sometimes you have to be patient, and that's, like I said, it's very difficult. So like, to me, it's like, if you put something in motion, that will start to break that cycle and things start moving. Because if you're just stuck in the mud, you're stuck in the mud, active. Right? So just whatever it is, even if it's trying to complete the task, just try to do something like that.
Well, and that's where I was. And that's where like we're our own worst enemies with our brain sometimes, because literally, so the next day I'm like, and
that momentum takes over.
Oh God. Yeah. Cause I've been diagnosed with all that stuff on your brain. So I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to put this back together how I thought it was and send it. And they're like, oh, it's great. We only just want one little, I'm like, one little change. So that whole time I'm like wrecking myself. I'm like spiraling the freak out because of anxiety and imposter syndrome. And it's like, man, can you imagine if like we didn't really, I wouldn't say we didn't care what they thought.
Yeah.
But
that's when you start getting to see some freedom.
Right. Because like there's a book that I've actually listened to this one all the way. I can't say I read it. Does that count? When you listen to a book, does that count as reading a book?
It counts in my book that I don't read.
So what was I going to say?
You were talking about some kind of book that you were reading.
The Let Them. Yeah, the Let Them theory of like, can you imagine? Because it all comes back to some crap 5 years ago with the at the hospital. So literally, like in my mind, the entire time now since that happened, I've felt less adequate because the way I was pushed down and everything. And then I'm thinking, so then I think everyone thinks that about me. And it's like, they don't even, like, in reality, they have their own problems they're worried about. And in reality, they don't know anything about any of my stuff.
Yeah.
They just see my product, my service. And
everybody's got their stuff, though.
That book, though, it's called Let Them. And it's literally like,
let them talk trash.
Let these people.
Yeah, well, of course.
And it's a really good book. And it talks about like your circles and stuff. Because when I quit drinking like 3.5 years ago, which I don't recommend, no one quit drink. No one. That book must have a lot of pictures if Kevin is reading it. That guy
Scratch
right
and
there.
sniff.
I love that. He's a chief of a Lift Assisters department. He might be coming in late, so you don't know about the true identification stuff.
When you cruise up and down 40 in Richmond, what do you think? What do you see? What do you want to see?
Woo! We're turning this bus. In Richmond on Main Street.
Yeah, I don't like read books. I want to talk about buses or something else. Yeah, so like you're driving down Main Street, just
on
like
Richmond.
Yeah, like let's say from the park to the state line. Like what?
Well,
what do you see? What
I figured out the homeless situation stuff. I've been giving them all counterfeit $100 bills, and they've been getting arrested. So, no, this is where I need to identify as a comedian.
See, yeah,
that's a horrible
blue
joke.
check mark on there.
That's a horrible joke, bro. I can't believe you said that. No, Main Street. It's all about. This is all about the change. I mean, because if you haven't seen,
I'm not talking about this.
The itty bitty little signs
down
and
that way
stuff
towards
that you can't
the
read.
state line.
Towards the state line.
Yeah, like is there anything you can think of, like any kind of change you can go through there, or from basically the park? Anything you can think of? Like because
Between the park,
yeah, because you were at the park, right? You were
between the park and what?
into the state line.
Into the state line.
At the end of the state line. Anything you can think of that could change?
I
Just
feel
in
like
general,
you're
not-
queuing one
No,
up.
I'm not-
I feel like
I'm
got
not.
one queued up.
No, there's not one that
I
changes.
think we're getting scooters.
Okay, that like different activities, right? That you can do.
Oh,
Okay, here's a thought. And I kind of like this.
yeah. What'd you have queued up?
Well, I
know
don't.
you're going somewhere.
No, I just was just trying to change the subject because you were going about a book, and I was like, I don't want to talk about that. Do you remember the driving range that was at the golf course?
Yeah, there was a book about it.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Do you remember how cool that was, though?
The
To
driving
be at
range?
nighttime to sit there driving range.
Oh, they could do like the glow golf,
like
thing.
something like that. Like that was like I remember like a little nostalgia. Just like I just thought of that. And I was
You
like,
want a Top Golf?
No, I don't want. I want a Richmond driving range. Like I'm not Top Golf, not crazy, but like something that could be in the city where you can do that, and that's like a spot to maybe do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like I was talking to somebody the other day, and they're like activities that you can do that are along 40 to be able to pull traffic for people that are living here to do stuff like that. Like I think those things would be kind of cool. But like I remember being 16, 20 years old or whatever, and drive down US 40, pull into Glen Miller golf course at the driving range. That shit was fun.
Mm-hmm.
So something like that. I was just thinking like, it'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Change subject, but anyway.
No. I love all the ideas and stuff. And I think with what's going to happen in the next 2.5 years, 3 years down here, that's going to help attract more investors that can afford stuff like that.
Well, they do it right there along the road because a lot of people don't want to go off the beaten path, which is like one block.
Right. No, I think with
I have no point of what I'm trying to make. I'm literally just keeping the conversation going.
Am I that boring?
No,
Because I want to tell you about this guy I met that wanted to tell me how it was going to all work.
We'll do that.
I about got a bar fight the other night, and I wasn't drinking. I don't drink. I'm like, I've been in one bar fight before. Well, I got punched, but
Yeah.
Literally, this guy came up to me out of nowhere, and he was very like this with his hands, and he was like, "Are you Kevin Shook?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Was he trying to like do a magic trick?
I think so. And I mean, he was passionately talking with his hands in my face, and I'm even with my mom, and you know what she did? She left. So I'm in the middle of the VFW with this guy that wants to tell me he knows all the secrets of how we're going to be a successful community. I was like, well, that's awesome. I've never even met this guy.
You're a comedian.
Yeah, I should be like, I'm a comedian.
Start up a comedy show.
And he was going on and on about, I had all the ideas and how to get people off the interstate. And I was like, well, they take the exit ramp. And I'm playing this off, and
What we got going on here? Let's read.
What-
Can you scroll back
Dunkin'
and see what's
Donuts?
on there, or can you just go?
no.
Okay, so let's see.
What flavor is Celsius? Orange.
Aubrey.
Right.
This is sparkling orange. Yep, sparkling orange Celsius.
Dunkin' Donuts.
That's my daughter Aubrey.
We're getting a Dunkin' and a scooters.
I saw the scooters this morning, but is that official or is that?
It went through the zoning.
That's cool.
And that's something crazy too. So
Drive-through coffee.
people don't even think about that. In the last
There, see, look, there.
2
along 40,
years.
there's change.
Well, in the last 2 years, think about all of the franchise stuff that we've gotten.
Well,
Wawa,
but where you're pulling it from is right there at 70, right off that exit.
Wawa scooters, Dunkin'. She loves that flavor.
It's really good.
And all the Earlham Commons stuff opened up last year. All the Smoothie King, they're never open, and they got like one person, and it's not.
Why? Yeah, like what's
They
up
don't
with that?
understand business. It's a franchise. It's kind of like when Parlor, they don't want to open on National Donut Day because we have VIPs for VIP Day.
Yeah,
That's franchise stuff. Franchise stuff doesn't understand.
it's
Communities
like a lot
are
of stuff
what-
you hear it in terms of like this person talks about it and then this little bubble talks about it instead of like I don't know, just like I feel like having transparency, like just get out and just chat about it.
Well,
online.
and knowing who your consumers are, that's going to keep your doors open.
Yeah.
You remember that donut fiasco?
I do remember that. Yes.
That was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't eat many donuts. But yeah.
I haven't had one in a minute. She loves Wawa.
Yeah, Wawa's good. A lot of people go there. Could have pulled the Buc-ee's out, but
I went in there.
hot.
I went in there with my Buc-ee's onesie. I went to Wawa with my Buc-ee's onesie.
Dude.
Saturday. And with Bud's pre-construction guy. And he had a Buc-ee's t-shirt on. And he was headed home. I'm like, let's go to Wawa with our Buc-ee's stuff on. So we get out of the parking lot, and I'm like, 2 rules. We don't make eye contact with any employee, and we can't laugh. So literally, I already ordered a frozen lemonade on the apps, right? So I'm like, we got to park in the back door. I don't want to go out front and all that stuff. And so the beaver went through the back. It had the little teeth like this.
Oh my gosh.
We walked through and grabbed our lemonade, and you could hear him laughing and stuff. And I just pretended like I didn't know what was going on.
Should I walk in like some of these hotels and get the free breakfast wearing it?
Oh, people are doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. It's kind of wild. What else you been doing?
Did you try that onesie on?
It barely fit, but it did. It did.
I know we were going to wear them, but for one, I'm hot.
It
Two,
would have been really.
I had some serious stuff to talk about.
Well, we
so
can get back on topic.
No. I already kind of skimmed that.
I told you I didn't have anything today, so I'm just kind of like, let's just throw some things out there and see where they go. Put some.
What else do you want to see? Oh, back to the bar fight at VFW that I almost got in with this guy. So he started like name dropping all of these local politicians and stuff that he's already met with, and then someone actually prominent that does get stuff done. And I'm like, why are you talking to me?
Yeah, well, because you're.
No, you know what? You know what? They all told him to come talk to me because I think they were playing a prank on me.
You're the comedian in the know.
So I'm like, and he was like, every business down here needs to be owned and operated by a local. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. I said, not everyone should actually own a business. And he was like, oh. And I'm like, yes, it'd be great for local people to have successful businesses, but just like coffee shop, I called that.
It's a great spot.
No, the one that closed.
Oh, no.
I called that.
Yeah, no.
They have very limited hours, and they try to run a business inside a different business.
We thought about like, okay, what could we do like to bring some kind of a business? And like, it's the availability, and it's like a lot of things in the evening they're just not open.
Availability. You have to have hours set in stones. You can't flip days I shouldn't
be
have
open
to
on the nights and weekends.
I should not have to, like right now, if I know, hey, I want to go get caffeine, which I don't drink a lot of caffeine. Just kidding.
There's 4 of them.
I know I can go to Roscoe's and they're going to be open. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So you want to be able to know in your mind a place is open. You shouldn't have to get on somebody's Facebook to see if this coffee shop's open or if it's having a wedding. No. So I told him, I'm like, not everyone should actually own a business, bro. He was like, oh. And I'm like, we want successful businesses that thrive in this community. And especially downtown, the way with the revitalization of it happening in the next couple of years, Chandler, nobody won at the VFW. So next week, it's like $190 or $200,000. So let me go back to that. So we want like successful businesses down here that can grow in the community and give the people something to do, because with all of these new apartments, and this will be a brand new apartment in the next year, like right here, like right where we're sitting, I might rent it and do a podcast in my bedroom. This might be my bedroom next
for America's 251st birthday.
Yeah, America with a U.
You do anything fancy for that 250?
Probably wearing my Buc-ee's thing again.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I wore it. So after Wawa, I wore it to a house party. Because
People still have house parties, or am I just getting old?
Bougie people. So my rich friends, I went to their house party just because I knew like there'd be free food and it'd be like I haven't seen everyone in a long time because I don't drink, and so it was cool to see like who's with who and stuff like that. Yeah, but I just like roll up in my Bucky onesie. It was a good time. I'm glad I got to see people and the invitation and stuff, but. That drawing, do you know how that works? Mm-mm. Well, first,
you got to be there.
Myself, I'm stupid. With a bunch of other stupid people, we're paying our stupid tax. That's what gambling is it's a tax on stupidity. But one stupid person is going to be really rich pretty soon. And I would much rather be a rich stupid person than a broke stupid person.
It's true.
You don't have to be there. I think you get half if you're not there. But yeah, literally you're just buying these little tickets for $5. And if they pull your ticket, then you go up to this board and you pull a number. And every week there's less and less numbers. I think it was like 50 numbers it started out with. And then whatever's behind that number is what you get. There's one jackpot, there's one half jackpot, and then there's like a bunch of 500s right now. Huh. So like this week somebody hit it for 500. So yeah. Then it goes back up.
Dude, we went to this little bar over in New Madison, I think. And they have Keno.
Yeah. Oh.
I just saw it on the TV. I'm probably, seen it before, but lived here my whole life. Don't even know what Keno is. Don't know what imposter syndrome is either.
It's a very complicated form of gambling through a TV system through the whole state of Ohio.
I was like, what the heck was it? Yeah. It was...
So like it's through the whole state and it's on the TV and all these bars. And man, I used to gamble a lot, like with pull tabs and stuff because they were fun. It was like a drink.
People
and
rip
gamble.
those bad boys off. They'll go. I used to go on lunch break. We go places and guys I'd work with, man, they go in there and drop $50 or $100 and rip through them, and I'm just like, what? Yeah. But sometimes they'd win.
Well, sometimes you do. Most time you don't. The house always wins. Yeah. So it's kind of like, have you been to Vegas? Have you been to?
Yeah, I've been there a couple of times.
Did you ever go down into like any of the casinos?
Walk through them. Like did like one slot machine or like video blackjack, but I never like played it consistently. More of anything, it was just walking through and
just say what you did.
Yeah, walking to smell the smells of Las Vegas when you're walking the street.
It smelled like straight up depression.
It smells like straight up weed.
That too. So I had to go to Vegas about a year and a half ago. We were at Mandalay Bay for like about a week. And it was crazy because literally it was for a convention, but literally we were in Mandalay Bay. Yeah. We were in Walls most of the week. We didn't go outside. I didn't think about that until like we left and went to Fremont Street, which was crazy. But I saw like topless nuns on Fremont. Yeah. I'm like, Jesus, you changed.
Yeah, put a shirt on, lady.
That wasn't in the Bible. They had electrical tape covering them up.
Oh, okay. So it was in line with the with the city ordinance.
Yeah, it was before clothes were
cover your nipples before 11 a.m.
Yeah, especially if you're a nun. Well, like a nun should get a free pass. She knows what God wants you to do. Oh,
gosh. Have you ever driven around there, or did you just like, were you on taxi and all that stuff?
No, we flew in and took a, we flew in and we took a Uber. We took an Uber to the hotel and we just walked everywhere and Ubered everywhere. Yeah. But, so do you remember the Mandalay Bay shooter?
Yes. Yeah. Which... That's in itself. Like, have they ever really figured all that out, or is it just kind of?
It's as sketchy as Garth Brooks being a serial killer. Like, I think so. There's a rabbit hole. So we were in Mandalay Bay, and it was Aaron and Lily and myself there. And
is this the same time when that happened, or
no? That was that was years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm kind of I wouldn't say I'm like a conspiracy theorist. but I'm open minded.
Yeah, you want to like kind of investigate.
Yeah, nothing else. It makes for a good.
And that would line up
TV
with
show.
when you play the unsolved mystery sound. You know, hey, I want to figure things out.
No one broke in. But so we go down the rabbit hole. Well, I go down the rabbit hole. Did I pull her into this? Because so I get back to the room at Mandalay Bay, and I pull out the laptop, and I'm pushing out this email campaign and some other stuff for this business. And then I'm like, when did the Mandalay Bay shooting happen? And I get in ChatGPT so I can get some, like, a bunch of different input. And so it was telling me about it. I'm like, what floor? Because I'm like, what if we're on that floor?
Yeah.
And so it was like, well, it was on floor, yada, yada. I forget the numbers and stuff. But Mandalay Bay and local government kind of wanted everyone to forget about this because it would look bad, like high crime at this place. Mm-hmm. They actually renamed the numbers of the floors. So you got to a certain floor, physically you were on like floor 17. But according to the elevator, according to the signs, according to all the signage, you were on like floor 27. They took out a whole bank of floors and on everything except for physically, they can't do that, to make people to try to hide what happened.
That's weird.
So then
just they like skipped a certain number.
Yeah. Yeah. So physically the floor that it happened on, none of the documents from before match current signage, current elevator markings, everything else. So I figured out what floor it was actually physically on, and it was a different bank of elevators because there's like 3 banks or 4 banks of elevators. So if you're staying on floor 1 through 8, floor 9 through 15, then your key fob only works for one of those floors.
It'd be kind of trippy just to be in that, place. And
so I get Lily, I'm like, hey, we got to go find something. And we go to the elevator that takes me to the floor that it was actually physically on, although the numbers are off. And we walked in as someone else was walking in. They swiped their fob and hit a number, and then we hit our number. And I'm like, looking back, I'm like, I'm surprised we didn't get arrested because there's like 400 million bazillion cameras in these casinos, like our Unsolved Mysteries cameras. I'm surprised I didn't get in trouble for doing that. But we got to the right floor that it was on, and but I forgot to look up which hallway.
Yeah.
And there was like 3 hallways, and I'm like, well, it's in one of these. So, but it was real eerie being on the same floor. That's where the active shooter was. So I'm like, all right, let's just get back before we get in trouble for being on the wrong floor.
Shit, yeah.
So I looked it back up, and it said it was like at the end of it was to the right, and then it was drywalled over the entrance.
You can't go
so
there at all.
It's not accessible.
Yeah.
But I went down that rabbit hole of like how it happened and everything else. And they said like in 2 seconds, the ATF was there and stuff like that. And so if you get on Reddit, do you ever search Reddit?
Yeah.
So Reddit has stuff on it that's like
all kinds of stuff there.
Not censored, not biased, not ran by the left or ran by the right. Like it's like, oh man, you can put whatever on there. If you get on Reddit, they talk about how there was actually like a plot going on, and that guy wasn't alone.
I mean,
that they said there was no way that he got off that many rounds.
Well, how did you take that many weapons up there without being seen?
I think
there's, but it's the same thing. Okay,
it said it was like it was a like plot that went sideways. So it makes you think like the ATF and everything actually staged all of this to bust people for buying these illegal guns, when then all of a sudden these illegal guns got used to shoot at this concert.
Yeah. It's like if something wants to take off and it has the legs with it, it'll run because enough momentum will be behind it. But if it doesn't want to, then it won't. That's anything that's out there. If you want to have.
Speaking of that, Has Garth Brooks been all over your Facebook feed?
Not once. No.
Serious?
Let me look right now. I'll see.
Pull up Facebook. It doesn't say, "Oh, he's coming to Indianapolis."
Nope, I've got us on here, but that's
well, search on Facebook Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks. No,
because I want you to look at the comments and see what the common comments are.
I'm just going to
because you just said if something has enough legs.
So I'm just going to search the name Garth Brooks and look at all,
and then
Garth Brooks is coming to Indy for 2 nights next month.
Click on that.
All right, so this is Kicks 96 though.
And
go
then
to another one.
Look at the.
There's just one comment on that. So
yeah,
let's go
no one follows him.
Let's go to the WTHR.
Yeah, and then look at the comments.
Okay, 303 comments.
Start reading them. One by one.
Must be thirsty for blood.
What?
Damn. Stay home that night, folks.
What?
I'll be watching the grass grow those nights.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Garth, the family needs closures. It's sad I had to Google what the hell everybody was talking about. What are they talking about? I guess I missed something. Let's see. I just messaged you. Why? Why are we doing that? Why not just put it out there?
Comments.
I just messaged you. Hey, I'm looking at. I'm just messaging.
Like they're afraid Bert's gonna see it.
Yeah. Like this. Like
read a few more. I just messaged you.
Oh shit! I lost my place.
Read a few more. He's reading comments on a Garth Brooks post because he's unaware of Chris Gaines.
I do know the Chris Gaines thing from Saturday Night Live, that where he was the alter ego.
Okay.
Sounds like a killer show.
Yeah.
The Creep Show tour. Gosh. So
what do you think?
These people are trying to insinuate that he has an alter ego and that he's a serial killer. Is that what they're trying to do? That's stupid. People have nothing but time.
Bro, it's
out there comment. That's dumb.
Perception is reality, whether it's the truth or not.
They'll still fill that stadium. Whatever.
Yeah, but it'll be empty real quick.
I'm not buying that. Some stuff I can see some things that I can be like, okay, this makes some sense. There's some possible truth to that. It's just the thing that sucks is so many things can get twisted a certain way. I mean, even going back to these people.
But how do you twist up? How do they be like, Jason, he's a serial killer?
He eats cereal.
I mean, there's like a few other things they would call you before they get straight to he's a serial killer.
Yeah, I guess so. But then he's famous. People just maybe hate him because he's famous and he's made a lot of money, or he's, whatever. He makes really weird faces when he sings, right? I mean, I remember watching, he was doing some kind of, when COVID was going on, and they had all these stars would do these like things from their house. And he just, and the faces he'd make were like resembled Jim Carrey sometimes, like just like it's kind of weird, but I mean, that still has nothing to.
Perception's reality.
Like I said, you can take something and just run with it. If you can put enough momentum behind it, people will believe it. And it doesn't even matter now because you can create a video and post that thing and half people believe it. Like, okay, so the Empire State Climbers, that could have been AI for all we know. And it could have been, I mean, we don't know what's happening, but obviously, it seems like it was real. I
mean, they thought we had an episode of Unsolved Mysteries on earlier.
You can put enough stuff out there. Like you go on any of those. We were doing something dumb. A friend of mine, he's a big New York Knicks fan. They won the NBA title or NBA championship. And so he made some kind of stupid video. So like I literally took a picture of one guy holding a fish that he caught and the other guy with his hat on and said, make this into a video, make them climb a building and hold up a sign that said something. And, did it in like a minute and a half. And I'm like, look, this is really, and it looks so realistic.
Unreal. I'm going next Wednesday because, Trish goes as well. So are you going to the concert? And if so, do you share your location with anybody?
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Make sure you find the exit. Gosh. I'm not going.
You're not.
No, I'm not doing that.
When's the concert, Jess? Let's get the details. Let's perception's reality.
Let's see. Where is he hiding the bodies?
See?
Oh, and here we go. Here is an AI generated post of Garth Brooks.
The blame it on what? On my boosters?
I guess. Yep. Again. Wonder how many dead bodies will follow him. Gosh, that's terrible.
Don't die. At what point in time do you just hang it up because everyone's calling you a serial killer?
I would assume you probably shut that off. You probably turn social media off to a certain point.
He's probably not on it.
No, I mean, if you're just going to get constantly people calling you,
his daughter used to. She's friends with
I've heard
John Neely.
Some kind of connection. Yeah,
yeah. He met her, I think, at Oxford after one of her concerts.
there's a lot of
she can't sing.
like famous people or have kind of punched up that went to Miami, have been to Oxford and around.
Yeah,
that
Brick
area.
Street.
Like it's an interesting thing. It's like passed through there. Like
What it used to be called? Yellow Rose.
First Run.
First Run.
Yeah.
And what was it after that?
I think it was Brick Street after that. When I went there, it was called First Run.
Where was the Yellow Rose?
That was in Dayton or Springfield, I think, or like Miamisburg.
Do you remember Metropolis? It was like
I've
three
heard
clubs
that was
in
that,
one.
was that like Cincinnati area? I don't think I ever went there.
It might have been Cincy. It was
That
like three clubs.
Man,
In one. It had a
faded.
country
that
bar.
was like a moment in
bar.
time where like people would go to that and then like it just stopped. Like, what called
COVID?
Was it before that though? Like I feel like
When it
stopped.
phased out?
Yeah, like I feel like it phased out. Like I feel like
Talking about like clubbing and
yeah,
stuff.
like the increase of like social media apps kind of took some of that away because it gave you the ability to have more confidence. Just put something on and type it versus putting video.
In social, like so on social media, like right now, we're talking about First Run with Just
Yeah.
More.
Yeah,
But
First
see,
Run.
if we weren't connected with her on Facebook or Instagram or anything else, eventually we would be like, oh, I wonder what she's doing. You want to meet up for dinner? Like,
Yeah.
so I feel like before social media, that's when we would be like more amped to go out in the public setting, go out to a club, a dance club, go out to
That's where like you just
A
see people
restaurant.
in conversation or whatever.
yeah. Because think about it, none of that existed.
But then I had one.
Metropolis, she
I
been
had
there.
one water tower at First Run and I couldn't talk. So
Like, she's like, do I remember it all? Nope.
Well, I guess
At least she didn't name
probably
a kid after
there
Metropolis.
wasn't
or
social
something.
media probably back then, so those pictures didn't cut.
Dude, I have, all right, Jess, I have Metropolis pictures
Like
hanging in my toolbox.
from back then.
Yeah, because
Wow.
you only had to be 18 to get in,
Yeah.
or 16 or 18. Triangle was 16. But Metropolis, I remember because these, like, it was like Hooters on steroids. These ladies, right? Like a notch
Yeah.
below a dance club. But it's hanging in my thing, in my toolbox.
Was it on one of those
And I
cameras?
was like 16, 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's printed out. I had a
Yep.
bowl cut. Like, these blondes are like trying to smile with me.
Look like an Amish roofer.
Look, Jack said Metropolis was a shit.
I kept changing.
I wonder.
Changing shirts.
I don't know if I went with them. I was my cousin and his friend. I think I went with my stepbrother. Show them. I don't want to. But yeah, Metropolis was great because it was like literally you walk in and there was like hip hop, country,
Yeah.
rap,
Okay, I remember that now.
something like that.
Yeah, there were three different
different
bars,
genres.
3 different areas that you could go to.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
huge. And each
Was it
one
at a
was
mall?
huge. I think it was like at the end of a mall, Cincinnati Mall, maybe. We need to just
I
like
would
go
hear
check
people
this
talk.
out.
Yeah, people talk about there's my idea. So between Glen Miller Golf Course
Metropolis.
and the state line, we need to put a new dance club with
Genius
3 different genres of music.
She said, "Genius Jackson." Yeah, because it reminds me of Triangle though. Did you ever go to Triangle?
No.
I think that's where I wasn't conceived at the Triangle, but that's where my parents met.
Oh yeah, a lot of people like that place.
But I think a lot of people were conceived in the vicinity of the Triangle.
No, I'd stayed local.
You never went there?
Never went to the Triangle. I knew
The
I knew what
underage
it was.
drink? For real?
No, never did. Never went to those places. I mean, I underage drank before, but like
The high
a lot.
So where did you graduate?
Richmond,
What year?
99.
God.
I know.
I was 2004.
In the late 1900s.
I was supposed to be 2003, but I failed kindergarten. I failed kindergarten. They sent me to a transition class.
They didn't hold you back. They just said you
They made me go to transition class before first grade.
Pick up skills.
To make the escalator go up.
Make that. What floor did they skip floors on the escalator?
Bathroom, wash them off. Look, see, man, we all knew the hacks.
Okay, I remember. Okay, so that does come back too. So when I was working at Sprint, I remember people would come in like on a Saturday when the store would open or a Sunday, and they'd have like these faded X's on their hands, and I'm always like, man, like. What happened? They just was there like a Sharpie fight? And like no, it must have.
They smell like kamchaka or whatever that. Shooters. The triangle was fun, but so yeah.
Sandra was like 14. She went to Triangle. So
I was 15 was my first time.
Gosh.
And this is sad too. Shout out to this guy named Pork Chop.
I know a guy named Pork Chop, but he's from Liberty.
Travis.
No.
I'm trying to think of his last name. Because I just seen a post today that he got like cancer.
Oh, that sucks.
They're having a benefit for him. I'll think of his last name in a minute.
What do you think the percentage of people in the United States have a nickname Pork Chop?
Why?
Yeah, no. What do you think the percentage is? Like
do you know that?
No, I'm just like that's a pretty common nickname, I think. Pork Chop.
Out of 100%. How many people is in the United States? Did you say United States or world?
No, United States. I bet you that.
How many people is in the United States?
350 million, maybe.
So 175 million would be 50%.
I bet. Okay, so.
Yes, I think he did.
Did Pork Chop go to Centerville? See, the Pork Chop that I knew was from Liberty.
Well, I'm not sure. I know I'm very sad. Oh yeah. I'm sure exactly what school he went to. He's a farmer. Always had overalls on, and he was older than we were. At the Triangle, I'm telling on him because that's what I'm about to tell him. At the Triangle,
buy drinks.
Yeah, he would go up to the bar.
Yep.
And he would load up his bibs with natty lights. Then he would come back where it's all dark, and we're back there with our Kmart cowboy attire. Had like
that really is
like
that's a breed of person that like they really don't exist anymore. Is the
good
older age kind of cooler guy that would buy you alcohol before you were of age.
Yeah.
Like you just don't, because either they don't do it that much anymore. Like just kids don't drink like they used to, which is not a bad thing.
He said, "Yeah, that's him." Yeah. So there's a benefit coming up. You can drop it in the comments if you know it. Just
that's cool.
It's at the Jug of all places.
Oh really?
Yeah, beef Manhattan lunch.
Yeah.
Forget his last name, but we had a good old time, man. We'd line dance, barn dance. The Triangle was
just a good time, and you were able to socialize with people.
Yeah,
and everybody still had difference of opinion.
And there were so many fights because literally you got these a bunch of people between 16 and the oldest person in there would probably be 28, 27, except for the people that run it.
There's such a value in just just to talk with each other, and be in in a setting where you can do that. We
peed in horse troughs up there.
Well, I mean, that's
in the bathroom. It was a horse trough.
It's like a rite of passage.
They had rodeos out back. Like, isn't that people? You're not living until you pee in a horse trough. Legally,
backyard in general,
not in the public. Yeah. Not at the fairgrounds. Don't pee in the horse trough at the fairgrounds. You might get in.
Like, what do people do that, like, obviously, we're sitting up here just
actually got. Oh, I remember when, one of my dudes punched somebody from Richmond.
That's some aggressive cowboys in that area.
Yeah. I never got in a fight there, but I hung out with the biggest person that was there, Ludwig from Hagerstown. And this guy, he was a monster. He's still a monster. He's the nicest dude, but so everyone would pick fights with him. And he would win.
Gosh,
he would win.
It's a whole different world.
And turn around, and we'd go back to having fun.
Yeah,
I couldn't fight. But I remember that's where I met this one girl up there, brunette lady. She was smoking hot, and got a little closer because we were doing one of the barn dances, and get a little closer, and she's got a big old thing of dip in her lip right here. What the? That was bad, but it reminded me of Gretchen Wilson, Redneck Woman.
Oh,
I'm a redneck woman.
Man, I had a I had a manager once, and that was her ringtone, and that really killed that song because it rang over and over and over again. And I'm like, my God. So yeah, it was that's so your connection song, Unsolved Mysteries, again, my PTSD.
And we can't even talk about that.
Is that
somebody gonna be like, somebody breaking in? I deleted the video because people were texting me, what happened? Who was that? I was like, it was Sam. What happened? Well, it's a mystery. Yet to be solved.
Gosh. Let's see what else is going on different. I was on the lake yesterday. Went to Brookville Lake. Got on a boat.
Oh yeah, Jamie texted me and said, "Can we reschedule for the 15th time this house is supposed to be done?" I'm like, why don't you wait till it's done and schedule? That's so weird.
But, you know me, I'm like, hey, let's get it done, and I'm ready.
Oh no, those are the only two people I have that. Why keep? Well, we're in a hurry to get the pictures done right when it's done.
So there wasn't hardly anybody.
And big booty,
boats and hoes. Yeah,
and big booty.
There's always a good time to be out on the boat.
Whose boat? Because you sold
we rented them.
You got a Tesla now, don't you?
I do.
You got like the 5 vape pens and man bun with it?
No, I'm none of that stuff. I do have self-driving, which is pretty cool. It's
tell me about this thing. So what's the experience of having?
So we've had it about 6 weeks now.
What model?
The Model Y. So that's like a kind of like a mid-range, like an SUV style, whatever. But no, they're really cool, and we got a little charger to plug it in at the house and all that. But the best thing about it's self-driving. It's got an AI system built into it. It's Grok. So you just hold a button down. You can tell it anywhere you want to go. It'll map things out.
Grok drives you.
Yeah, and it'll you have to pay attention, but take your hands off the wheel. It'll turn, stop, back into places, takes you wherever you want to go. So like, it's a different experience to drive. It's I like it. It's nice. We've always wanted to try to go after that. We had the truck for a while, and then the gas was just killing it, and decided to go down this route. So, but it saves you a lot of money when it comes to gas because you're just charging it, and charge it like late at night. So you're not consuming as much energy. I don't know if there's any truth to, your energy consumption's higher or your rate's higher at night or I'm sorry, during the daytime versus night. But anyway, it's like a little spaceship driving around. So just,
do you have to be in the driver's seat?
Yes. Yeah. So there's working on technology to be able to make it to where you won't have to be. But
like Waymo.
Well, yeah, and I think it's called like cyber taxi or something like that. I think is what it is, but it's cool. And I mean, more and more cars I think will go that route, especially with that technology, just to self-drive. It saves you a lot, especially like think about what you'd be doing. If you just told it, you could, look something up quick on your phone, not have to constantly focus like on just the stress of driving. Sometimes you still have to pay attention, but it does let you kind of chill out a little bit.
So you don't stress at all when it's under control?
No, after about 25 minutes of like watching what it does, it's
Chandler.
Yeah, the Chandler. So we do one of those stupid license plates on the back, and instead of calling Chandra, we just said Chandler, the Tesla. Chandra. Yeah. So she drives it. I drive my van. Van's sitting out front. Smells like grass because I just got done mowing in it, the legal kind. And I
just with the new Paris. Have you ever gotten high before?
A lot.
You have?
Yeah. But
when was your last time?
It's been a long time. So but I don't buy it like in the stores, not like that. Back then, of course, it was
weed?
Yeah, it was just you got it from the guy that got you beers. It's
triangle. Yeah. I feel like if they did legalize it, put a label on it, and sell it, then you would know exactly.
You can walk right in there and give them your ID and go through the process. Like you just, they'll put you in the dispensary, put you in a database, and then you go in. You can buy a certain amount, and it's taxed and all that. But it's an interesting thing because you give people the ability to do it. Will they abuse it? Will they, maybe that's why they're not going out and going to these clubs anymore. They're just sitting at home and. Because you can get something like this size that has it. You don't even have to smoke it.
A drink.
Yeah, and it's got it in there, and
I'm afraid to, man. I know it'd help me chill the fuck out when I need to chill the fuck out.
But you're also, putting something in you that may not. It just depends on how your body reacts to it.
But I think I would be too. I'd be addicted to how it feels.
Yeah,
and I know they say like weed's not addictive, but
no, you can.
I think
get to it.
I think anything's addictive. If you really like it,
It may not be like just the feeling or the
I'm
actual,
addicted to peanut butter. Like, I like peanut butter. I make grilled cheese at night. So, yeah. So I'm afraid to, because look, I've had friends. There was one guy that stopped by one night. He was like, yeah, I just ate this Delta cookie. I was like, the whole cookie? Yeah, it was really good. It was like 400 servings in one cookie. Nothing. No. One cookie of any size should be one serving. Okay. One gummy bear of any one gummy bear, whether it's weed or not, should be one serving. Because how the heck does a fat dude like us cut into a cookie and like, let's take a sliver of a cookie?
Yeah. I'm not a scientist. I just want to eat.
So he literally like laid over there sweating profusely with chest pain and stuff.
Yeah, people they go out to the hospital. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean,
it caused one dude. Well, it caused one dude I know to quit drinking totally because he drank, and then once you're drinking, you're down to do whatever, and so he ate a whole whatever and had quite the experience.
People have their stuff, Some people they will eat lots of cookies with THC in them. Some drink, some shop, some.
I feel like you have to have a vice of some sort.
I think it's a human thing. I think we're just pre-wired that way.
You have to have a vice of some sort.
Mm-hmm. Or some people
even
have
though
many
it might not be healthy, but
yeah. It's
what's your vice?
I don't think I have something like one specific thing.
You don't have any bad habits.
Oh yeah, I eat too much. I worry.
You don't read.
I'm impatient. I don't read.
We need to read something just to prove everyone wrong that we know how to read.
The van smells like grass. Somebody said, "You still like your van?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude. I can park right next to a cart corral and run into it. It doesn't
you
matter.
can park in a cart corral. What are you talking about?
It doesn't matter. It's good.
That thing fits in the cart corral.
It's just great.
I love my van. I need to put new brakes on it.
Oh yeah. I did that. Mine.
Too bad we don't know a good automotive shop in Richmond.
You gotta tell you what, you got a good price and get in and out fast, and it's like a lot of things. People, you'll say, I need somebody to do whatever, and you'll get 1,000 people that'll say, okay, get a hold of me, but it's like, really, it's like, are you consistent? Do you show up? Do you make phone calls? It's just, I think that's anything when it comes to business.
2 years ago, it was 100 milligrams. So I was lit. Like, fuck, it'll be half 15. Well, I started Googling how much I should have ate. It said 5 milligrams. And 20 minutes later, I was in the shower counting raindrops from the shower.
I didn't even know you could get.
That's awesome.
Like, I didn't know the difference when it comes to these milligrams and the liquids and all this stuff. And it's like the last time I think I went, it was bad. Like, was at a coffee shop in Indianapolis, and they literally they put just coffee in this lady. I think she was like Dominican or Jamaican or something. She's like, "You want it to be buttered?" And I'm like, "Love butter." And so she's like, "You want it to be double buttered?" And I'm like, "Of course, why not?" So they start giggling or whatever. And man, that bad news.
It was bud. It wasn't butter.
It was like, I think it was something great. But this place is in like Castleton or by the Castleton Square Mall, and you could walk right in. And it was a legal business. There was a shoe store next door. Coffee shop. People are there. I'm like, what in the world? And man, I'll tell you right now, I was in a hotel room.
Bought
didn't get out. Didn't leave. Stayed inside. It was just bad. I was like, okay, I'm not. This is dumb. I didn't know. I'm like literally. It's like this is. I'm like, somebody poisoned me.
You were double butted.
Butted.
What culture was this?
Like, what do you mean? Like,
when she said butter, did you thought she said butter? Did she have like an accent?
No, she's like Jamaican or Dominican or something like
that.
Yeah,
they walk around with it in their ears.
No, it was like the legit shop itself was like it had like a Caribbean vibe to it or whatever.
Farm,
yeah, there it is.
Coffee shop.
She was with me. We were like, so we got tickets to go see Bill Burr at where the Pacers play, Bankers Life or whatever it's called. So I'm like, oh, we're going to make this a special night. We're going to go to the watch the show. We're going to go and stay in the hotel, and everything's great, right? So we go. Are they coming? Did they find out I got butted?
Go get them, brothers.
So anyway, so we go to this coffee shop, we go and everything's good. And about 30 minutes later, I'm having trouble like getting into the elevator and going through, and I'm like, I've been poisoned, you know? And so we walk down. I've had this conversation about yonder pouches before with you, I'm sure. So
Putting your phone in a pouch.
yeah. So like they started doing the yonder pouch, like thing over and over again, where it's like, you know, you got to put your phone away. So I'm like, okay, something's wrong, paranoid, whatever. We walk back, man. I'm literally, I think I took like a 4-hour shower. Chandler's pacing around. This was the weirdest thing ever. It was bad news. Look.
Well, did you start? So how did you start feeling? Like, were you anxious? Were you counting raindrops?
Paranoid. Terrible.
Really?
Terrible. Like, yeah, just like thought like literally like, I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, like the world's coming to an end or something. It was bad. It was, and like I said, we didn't plan that. Like, it wasn't like we're going to go, like, I just was like, okay, you know. So anyway, it was I don't know what that was.
Well, and that's what got me thinking too. So, you know, he's talking milligrams.
Dude, it might have been like megagrams as far as I'm concerned.
Like,
that was a lot, whatever.
With like right now, it's not legal everywhere type situation. Mm-hmm. If the FDA doesn't,
there's a lot of gray area.
Then it's not going. I guarantee you, when they on the label when they say this is how many milligrams, I guarantee it's not actual. You don't know. I think it's a proprietary blend. You're getting X amount of milligrams. We huddled in a corner and just waited for it.
And it took the whole night.
A tornado.
I woke up the next day and still felt weird. I was like,
Video, Chandler, it didn't happen.
We couldn't even find our phones.
Oh yeah, they were in the yonder pouch.
It was bad. It was bad. No, I mean, we've been like to Michigan and like check out these, because you want to look at it and see, and like, I mean, they have legit operations that they do, but it's a matter of time. It's going to come this way.
Yeah, they need to just legalize it.
And those stores are always busy. They have people around them. I mean, it's like, and I'm not saying I'm an advocate or not one way or another, but it's just like there's opportunity in some of these areas where, you know, buildings that have set vacant or whatever. It's
well, they need to legalize it, because
you got to regulate it.
I've seen people on alcohol doing a lot worse stuff.
No, it's true. I mean,
I've been that,
but you have to control it.
I know.
Well,
yeah, like anything you put in it.
We've all gone out of control.
My wife hold me through the night. I kept telling myself nobody's ever died from weed.
Dude, there's people like that. I mean, I'm sure they can tell you about stories where they ran out to the ER because they just took too much of that stuff.
Oh yeah, I seen some when I was a medic. I seen some. Well, and this is why I want them to legalize it, because they FaceTime us trying to stay normal.
That's my kid.
That's your daughter trying to stay normal.
Tell me I'm real.
Hold my eyes open. Do you love me? Am I your dad? You're not adopted, Aubrey.
Oh, she's a real one.
No. So yeah, when I was a medic, I'd see it where it was laced. So that's where, because it's not controlled, it's not legal here. It's not being sold with a label that says recommended daily intake or your actual, this is how many milligrams of this THC is in it. Because it's unrestricted means anything could be in it. So we would see it laced with like fentanyl. We'd see it laced with meth. We'd see it laced with a bunch of. So
just don't play with
that's it. Where it got really, because anything that you do, if it's regulated, like right now, ketamine, it's a wonder drug, right? You can legally have it shipped to your house through a company called, I think, Bloom, and to treat anxiety and depression.
Instead of taking
it's freaking ketamine.
Yeah. Instead of taking like some other kind of prescription.
Yeah. So I haven't done it, but I used to use that drug on patients to intubate them, to knock them out and intubate them. So that's where it's like, once it is legalized and regulated, then there is a label on it, then it will be.
But there's always, a trade-off that happens with that. Because if they're
going to tax the shit out of it. Well, and
not just that, there's a societal trade-off, and it's just you give access to that. It's just a lot of change. I mean, it's anything like
it's like walking around Chicago. You're like, I don't do drugs, but I'm breathing it all in.
Man, so one time we go in there, we go to Chicago, and I've got I got a cousin that lives in a real small town, and this is back probably in the 90s or whatever. So we're like, okay, hey, look, homeless people on the street shaking a hat and a can. Mm-hmm. He walks right by and looks in the house. You can't do this, man. Smack at him and stuff. Like, you just the awareness, like people just don't, they don't know when they're in those areas. So,
those areas in Chicago, speaking of that, I went to Chicago.
South Side?
Yeah, I went like about a month ago now, which reminds me I need to edit videos. So I got more videos to edit. I got a lot of stuff I should be doing right now, actually. Hopefully they'll forgive me. But yeah, I went up there for convention to McCormick Place and filmed. A great team of people. They do imaging for oncology, and I like them because I met the CEO 2 years ago. I went up there, and that's when I met the CEO and the COO and FO and ABC and all this stuff. And they were really cool, and we connected really well because of my background in medical. Then I knew what they were talking about when it comes to imaging and oncology and stuff like that. And but I'd always be like, but I'm not a doctor. So we had a good time. I went to Chinatown. I just drove around Chinatown before I came home.
Yeah.
I was like, this is cool.
No, it's a cool city. I mean,
but I found a place on the south side. So
in Illinois, or was it like
in Chicago?
Okay. So, I mean,
still in town.
I mean, the Bears are in Indiana now.
Man, forget it. No, they're not.
Well, soon to be, right? Or is Illinois going to step up?
Look it up.
Oh, sorry, I got.
Well, you don't have to.
I got Garth Brooks murder mystery on my phone.
I know. So coming to a Bears stadium not near us. We don't need to fund another failing NFL team.
Oh my gosh.
But no. So my experience in Indianapolis when I was doing EMS on the east side is like you find the sketchiest restaurant that's got the thickest bulletproof glass and the bars on the windows, and that's where you're gonna find the best food. So I drove around the south side of Chicago at nighttime, and I found this place. I'm just a man in a van.
That's pretty brave.
It was a corner place. Well, I looked up barbecue, and I found a place, and they had to be looking at me like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Right. But I can thrive in any situation, like, because it's all about respect.
Exactly. When you're in any kind of area, if you're, it's respect. If you're not trying to sit there and make fun of something, or if you're just not being a dick, it's like we were in St. Louis, and same way you've got literally fencing and bars, and we were in an Aldi that had a security
everything guard that says, do not come in here, you white person.
I mean, it was the area itself. Yeah. I mean, that was like but again, go in, do what you got to do. Respect. I mean, I'm here the same way as you are. I'm just doing what I'm doing. So it's like, I didn't go and search it deep as like, the best barbecue in the south side of Chicago, but no, we went to an Aldi in St. Louis that had a security guard.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Did they have all the organic stuff just like we do?
Yeah. I mean, I think we got a fan there or something, but we were just, as we were traveling through.
Well, this was Alice's barbecue, and I was making a video with my glasses.
Dude, those are the best kind. Like the mom and pop, like that's in the neighborhood.
No franchise,
right?
And I walked in, and I seen some where it looked like somebody got to shooting at this building.
Yeah.
And I was like, this might be the right place. So I go in, it's just a lobby.
Yeah.
And then it's all bulletproof glass.
What do you want?
and then literally a carousel she'll spin around to take your money.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were nice as me. And that lady, she acted like she was probably Alice. Like she probably owned the place, the lady that took my order. And it was like a Saturday night. So that was cool.
Well, if you're a business owner or just a person in general, and like I pick up on it. If I see somebody's got a pair of glasses like that, I immediately think they're recording me. Like
you need to assume.
I'm just like, those are so common now, especially if somebody walks in, like because they're distinct, you can see you.
You need to assume if you're not.
And I'm not like acting a certain way, just like
in your. No, here's a rule of thumb that we all need to live by. If you're not in your living room with your blinds closed, you need to assume that you're being recorded.
Well, your devices are listening and all that.
Yeah, that
That's
too. But
conspiracy, whatever. But I think that's fact.
But I'll sit in my skimpies in my living room. But anywhere in the public, there's probably a camera on you somewhere.
We will every time,
whether
we
it's
go,
these
we'll
traffic cams.
We'll do from our profession when we show a house. We're like, look, assume that you're being recorded. So anything you're talking about, if you want to talk about, you like it, offers, all that. There's been several times where, I'll give them the old, where the camera is and be like, let's have the conversation outside because, why are you going to sit here and talk about,
how bad a house is,
or you like it and you offer what, we're here to represent you. So I'm just like, be aware of that. And then they record outside sometimes too. I mean, I've got cameras at my house. Right. I mean, it's just
anywhere you are in the world,
you just have to assume
you should assume you're being recorded.
That comes down to awareness, and I think that there's just some people do not have the awareness and understand like how advanced we are in the world when it comes to how things are, to be able to see visually, where there's recording and all that. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just assume that you're constantly walking through an airport. That's not a state of paranoia.
Or Mandalay Bay.
Yeah, or Mandalay Bay.
What is the craziest thing? So when you're showing a house, what's the craziest freaking thing you've seen? Because I know you've seen.
We literally just had this conversation today with somebody. Really? We were talking about it. So we're showing a house, and well, there's two things. One is the guy had pee jugs, so he had milk jugs, and that's where he'd pee at. So,
is he the one that dumped it behind the laundromat on 13?
No,
bro. There's somebody putting buckets behind the laundromat
this
on 13.
Guy's a different house, so he had pee jugs, and the bathroom was right there, and it had to have been working because there were several people that were living in the house. And then we had one where we go in and you show a house, and it's not uncommon where one door's closed and it's occupied or whatever, and those people know that the home is being shown. Their house is listed for sale, and agents requested a showing. Showing was confirmed, blah, blah, blah. And you walk in, you open the door, and there's a naked man laying on the bed.
That happened to you?
It's happened before. So, sorry about that. Didn't realize that you're in here. I mean, so somebody either didn't tell them or he wanted to be seen.
Dude, I'm afraid. How do you not get shot, like walking in and they don't know you're there?
No, I mean, there's risk. There's some weird situations, especially like, if the house is being rented sometimes, because the tenant doesn't want to move out. So they might try to make it more difficult and try to make it intimidating.
Lay there naked.
Well, that
like I've seen this in a video.
I mean,
once.
there's
the realtor.
There's safety and there's safety trainings that you go through, but I mean, you have to be aware. And it's like, Chandra goes and shows a house by herself. I'm always like, where are you showing? Who's your client that you're showing to? I try to go with her as much as I can, but you have to be careful. People are just nuts.
I've had 3 that stick out. 2 are a little.
And because your situation's even different because they're not thinking of you in terms of like the agent that's trying. You're just there to take pictures, right? So like, they may have their guard.
I'm not. They need to not be there. Okay. Nobody needs to be there. When
had that conversation today too.
And it happened to me today. But okay, 1, handcuffs on the bedpost. That was kind of funny.
Yep.
Thank God for Photoshop. 2, restraints coming out front of the bed, just laying on the floor.
It's like put that stuff away.
But I feel like, is that an invitation? But here was the worst one.
Be kidnapped.
Here was the worst one.
Yes, you can carry.
So Chris Thompson sent me to the house one time, way out close to Mooresville, like a weird area between north of Hagerstown, close to Mooresville, LaSantville, out in the country. And it had there was a lot of stuff there. Mm-hmm. And you can tell someone lived there for years.
Yeah.
And
some weird stuff that goes on.
Like all the curtains are closed. Everything's closed up, everything else. And Chandler, the swing brackets.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
No, those are heavy duty plant holders. Heavy duty. I mean, she ain't a lady, she ain't 280.
What's like,
but anyway, but so I'm photographing this house, mate, bro, and I get to the bathroom. I don't know if that's their name or not.
No, that's some friends of ours.
Was because I got to the bathroom and the flooring's missing. And there's a freaking blood outline where the person, I'm like,
Yeah.
someone just died here.
Yeah.
And they didn't even put a rug on top of this.
It's just, I mean,
And I'm out in the middle of nowhere.
that is true.
Like, and they didn't tell me, or I would have been totally fine. I've seen so many dead bodies and everything in my life. I would have been totally fine. But it was just kind of like, I wasn't expecting it. This is a dark, gloomy house. There's like fishing gear. There's like RC stuff. And you can tell like an old man probably lived here. And then I get to the bathroom to take a picture. And I'm like, and there's the outline. I'm like, God.
Yeah, no, that's, I mean,
Did
people
ambulance just leave?
They just throw it on there, or maybe their family lived out of town, just called somebody to list it. But we try to have a conversation with people. It's like, hey, look, make sure that you put your valuables away, your firearms, medicine, because people are going to come through the house because we can't watch a family of 6 that go through there. Now you got to put your restraints away, your plant hooks,
your handcuffs,
all your stuff that you got going on. Like, put all those things away because you want to have this house to be as marketable as possible, right? You don't want to think
like your OnlyFans tag hanging on your wall.
Like, don't put the camera in the corner of the room with all your like just again, awareness.
I love it, but they might be 10 milligrams into a good Friday night.
Well, 10 milligrams of what?
Proprietary blend. Legalize pot, fill in the potholes.
Yep. Put away your straps. Yeah.
Don't drink coffee at the Castleton Square Mall.
Oh gosh. No, just make sure that if you want to get buttered, you know what's coming.
And make sure you know if they say butter or budded.
Butter.
We've been through some stuff.
Mm-hmm. What else we got?
Man, I feel like there was a few other things.
I know. Normally we have a list, or
it's unscripted though.
Can't think of anything.
There is a lot going on. Are you gonna drink this?
Mm-mm. Go for that.
There is a lot going on locally. This place is I'm gonna be moving soon.
You are?
Yeah.
Is it going to be a downstairs place? So you'll be main level? Oh, shit, main level?
Yeah. Yeah, this will be fire.
That's cool.
This will be fire. There'll be curtain systems and stuff. So every different show that we have on contract can look different.
Does it feel like things, not just here, but like in general, are kind of like at a stale point? Like we're kind of just waiting for
stagnant.
Something. Yeah. Like,
yeah. And I think,
you ever read into that CERN stuff?
CERN,
CERN, the particle manipulator thing that they do in like Switzerland or whatever. Like, they turn this thing off. You want to go down conspiracy rabbit holes or whatever, but look that up. I think it's CERN, but it's like, I don't know. It does something with like matter, and it just changes, like, I guess, like the energy of the world. I don't know. I don't buy 100% of that.
Does
but
the
like,
world need
things
an
are
aura
gotten
ring?
really strange. Anyway, you were saying something, but
like the vibes.
Yeah, I guess it's just like a stale, stagnant. Like, yes, there's things and people are talking about things, but like, you need like a massive momentum of energy for something. And I don't know if it's like, is everybody waiting on Grand Theft Auto to come out, like, to be able to play it?
Oh, dude, I seen that live on Fox 59 yesterday.
Crazy.
Somebody ramped a Jeep off the back of a trailer and flipped it end over.
Well, I was talking about the game. Yeah,
well, that's Grand Theft Auto.
Well, yeah,
live.
But like, maybe, I don't know, just like
waiting for something to happen. Do we need another plastics fire?
No, not a bad thing.
Oh,
like, but just like some kind of an energy that everybody can get behind, or I think we need that.
We do. And right now,
and not just locally, I think everywhere.
Yeah. She says Stranger Things. That's what I thought. Yeah, but we know local more than we know anything else. I think there is a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we don't know about. And which sometimes we don't know about for certain reasons.
Yeah, I get that.
But
I think people
I also think that I also think there is a lot of connectivity that needs to happen between some of the organizations that talks about it and promotes it and stuff like that.
I think people need information though, because they want that. And I think if you can be authentic with how you provide the information and you put things out there, not just locally, but just in general, people can have that. I think that you can take that. I think there's a need for that.
Yeah. And it can't be behind like one organic post, but, in a broken link, but, yeah, there is a need for that because you don't want anytime you're going to do something or you have plans to do something, you want to get ahead of that narrative that you want. Like you want to tell your narrative before other people can. So, but on the flip side, I think there's a lot of stuff, I wouldn't say behind closed doors, but a lot of stuff not like publicly shared because it's not 100% going to happen this way or that way or this way. And I locally from a downtown standpoint, there are a lot of things that way that there is a lot of unknowns on how it's going to happen. But I think what is definite is it is going to happen. So, because things are under contract and they have to happen, and it's to a certain point where like local government can't come in and screw it all up and debunk everything and go backwards with anything. So,
I mean, I get certain things, you don't want to release information, put things out there because stuff's still in the works. I get that, regardless if it's here or Dayton or Las Vegas. Or
I think it just starts with the culture that you want to. I think
that's a big thing.
Curate
is culture, and I think it's that's a vibe not just for a neighborhood, but for a city and just people in general. So,
well, I'm excited because like just locally, you see these apartments down here that are going to be done probably into this year, late fall, but we're gonna have new people here, and why I'm excited about that is because these new people, they're not stuck inside the echo chamber. They're not stuck inside an ecosystem. Everything that they know about Richmond, Indiana is objective because they don't know anything. They're not going to side with this organization because this person's on it. They're not going to hate this organization because this person's on it. They don't like, so I think we need that. We need that fresh breath, and we're going to get it. That's what's exciting about it. We're going to get these new people that it's going to bring, hopefully our Bumble, hopefully the girls on Bumble look a little better, but gotta stretch the radius pretty far. 50 miles is a bit, but what I'm saying though, so market control.
No, I do. And I think it's just, it's not
the new people. It's exciting because it's going to bring, there'll be opportunity. I'm excited to be on Main Street even though we're not a retail, we're not a storefront, we're going to be in a storefront. We're a digital marketing agency. So we don't have to have a brick and mortar, but we need studios to record in. And what I'm really excited about is there's going to be, I guarantee you, so these apartments, you're not going to have a ton of people that currently live in Richmond live in these apartments. You're going to have more so remote workers from other areas move here. Because, hey, if we can get fiber internet down here, that's all they need. But, of course, they're going to need a place to eat. So then that's where we're going to be able to add another restaurant. And then as you add more retail, you attract more people.
Do you think that happens fast, or you think that's a process?
It's a process.
And I think that could be part of why, you've got to get momentum. And, I mean, there's a lot of people that are, there's a gap between, I think, those that, don't have or aren't in the know. And they don't necessarily need to be in the know, but like, they feel like they're maybe being left behind in a sense. And I think that's not just here. I think that's everywhere. And I think that is a challenge because you can have a form of new government that can be packaged in a way that like you're going to, hey, look, we're going to take from this and we're going to give you more and we're going to go this route. And can that be hidden to a certain point? And it's interesting where that can go, but it's also scary because there is momentum and you don't want that momentum to get crushed. So I think there's a huge gap. It's almost like a K-shaped curve the way things are going. So, and that's everywhere though. It's just, I don't have a solution for it. Just an observation.
And it's easy for momentum to get crushed. And
especially because people naturally want to gravitate towards being negative with momentum.
Yeah, and that's all people like. I could put a positive video out, but the minute I put a security camera video up, people are like, yeah, what happened?
I genuinely do feel this, and I try to say this as much as possible, but I think that video is the great equalizer. It's not, it's not text. It's not typing. You have to put it on video because that shows, where you're, because
explain what it is. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be a polished fucking video. And everyone the videos that I put out, they're not videos that I'm like, oh my God, that video was awesome. I'm going to post it, right? It's videos that people like to click on.
We're rambling about all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I know.
But you're putting it on video. And that's my biggest thing is like, if you're really trying to get a mass amount of energy behind it, you've got to have different people, different forms of video for the greater good. And not for, an individual interest or anything like that. Like really just like, hey, look, we want this energy to go a certain way.
It has to provide value to the person that's watching it. So it has to make them feel like they just received great information.
Think about all the years, you would go on your TV and you got that source of information, news, whatever, and you were just watching that one thing and that was your trusted source or whatever. Now you have all these different people that could be trusted sources, but it's if you're getting, but look at how things go viral or anything like that. And if it's just something that enough people can pick up on and you give them opportunity to be able to share it, their perspective, talk about it, put it out there. So I think it's just, and maybe that's a generational thing. Maybe it's a confidence thing. It's just, you have to put video out there because that's going to be your way. Cause you can copy paste AI in a text message and say what you want to say. It's
M dash.
It's not authentic. It's so, there's a big value, of course, on that human interaction. I think like you talk about, well, these jobs are going to go away because no, the human contact where you're going to be able to have a conversation, talk about stuff, discuss it, find things, there's your value. And I think every little thing that you look at when technology takes over, where when the internet first came out, you no longer had to go to a library when it was open during business hours or go, get it from somebody that had that information. You could access it, but you didn't really know what to do with it. And then you could then you get from the internet evolves into your cell phone. Then you get all these devices you can put into one and you've got a cell phone. You're able to still access this and you can simplify things, but you still don't know how to do the skill. But look at how things changed once the internet took over. Some jobs went away, new things opened up, we expanded and we grew, right? We grew more. Cell phone, some jobs went away, you expanded, you grew more. Now you've got that new phase in artificial intelligence that is obviously here. And then you get to the next level of artificial general intelligence and you keep going those ways. What changes is now you can put information in there. And if you know how to prompt it the correct way, you can get that data that is going to give you those precise answers that you could never get before out of the internet alone or the cell phone. So you're able to actually put all that together and you can make things efficient. You can make it good, but you have to be able to not just have this lazy mentality, which I see you talk about, of copy, paste, and go. You got to be able to use the tool.
Copy, paste, go. Also, why don't people want to use technology?
Well, there's fear, and you don't know. And it could be, it's a new tool. There could be some lazy that's in there. But I think it's more than anything is you've got to be able to embrace that change that comes in and there's so much opportunity that people aren't seeing that they can do. And I know we harp on this a lot, but it's just, you can literally have conversations with something to get an idea that comes through. You're not just talking to a machine. You're literally talking to what you're putting in there. And it's just, it's fascinating. I hope that more and more people grasp onto the ideas, like put your ideas out there, because I think that's where we break this cycle of boredom and staleness, is that when more and more people put their ideas out there, we're not going to meet in these giant places anymore. Nobody goes to these, and it's a special event. It's off your phone. Even gaming. You look at how things are, the younger generation, that they're on Roblox.
They can game with thousands from their house.
And it's social. Roblox, Minecraft, Fortnite, things like that, The Sims. It's just all those things there. All that's your social circle now that you're having those conversations, and big stuff coming.
And I asked why people fear using technology to become more efficient. And I feel like, because I see this with business owners some of my clients, former and current, where, well, we've always done it this way. And they're spending hours. They're losing hours sorting emails for that's their forms of communication. Sorting emails to try to find information.
Once they see it, and then once somebody else that they see that they either trust or is a competitor, they do that, it takes off. Everybody will copycat.
One of them's using a spreadsheet instead of a CRM to try to figure out how to run everything. And it takes so much more stress. But the ego's still there. They don't listen to you when you're like, you should probably try this.
Everybody gets,
or you show them that Google ad works, and you just made a conversion on a Google ad that made them $1,000, and they're like, well, we like radio. What the fuck?
Popeye with the pipe in your corner. Hey.
You know what I mean? Like, but so I wonder why it's either egos or it's how they've always done it.
Well, comfort too, and it's hard for you to kind of to stretch into something different that you're not comfortable with, that you don't know, because you know it's worked and you've had success, right. And there's fear that it could take off of what your baseline, right? But a lot of times, if you I had this meeting. So I get friends all the time that want everything for like super cheap or like free almost to help their business make money. Like, so anyways, I got one of those clients, right? And literally a text message that's like, hey, we need to have a meeting because I need to make sure I'm getting everything I'm paying for. I was like, well, you barely fucking paid for websites, socials, ads, all this stuff, logos, and you're questioning everything. So I'm like, okay, this is good. So I already knew where everything was. So I pulled all of the data from everything, every penny going in, every penny going out, everything. And I used Claude. I use Claude to do all of my reporting and everything else. You're on Fable 5.
Yeah. And see, I was like really nervous about this meeting too. It caused some anxiety and stuff because I got this dude beating me up over some discount marketing stuff. And we used to be really good friends, but I quit drinking and fell out of that circle.
It happens.
So I got this dude kind of beating me up about like, what are my ads doing type situation when I'm sending leads every week to them. And so I get in Claude and I'm like, well, let's just get all the data. Let's just pull all the data. So I get in Meta, I pull all of the data from the ad spend, and it gives you what you spent, how many clicks, how many calls. You can set your call to actions different for each one. And I was running them for a while as a call now, and then right now I'm running it as like a visit the website so they can do the form on the website, and that's the highest performing. So the current Meta ad was the highest performing. I'm like, perfect, that's how it should be. And then pulled the Google search ads, pulled the Google YouTube ad and all this data and put it all in the Claude. And literally I'm sitting here and just having this conversation with Claude. Like, I know what I need to be looking up. So I'm telling Claude, like, here is our original contract. Here is separate invoices for more additional ad spend. Because the initial contract included 10 to 20% in ad spend to be used on Meta and or Google. I get to determine, depending on outcomes.
You got free will on that.
On which one to put that on. And then any additional ad spend could be invoiced outside of that additional purchase agreement. So I pull that data and I put the contract in, I pull the invoices, I pull the ad, all the outcomes, even get into the website and pull the analytics from the website, the form submissions, shows the conversions, and in my mind, I got that anxiety ramped up. Like, I know, like if you could cut off your emotion sometime, I feel like you'd be so much more productive.
Sometimes we get in our own way.
I know. So literally the night before, I slept like 2.5 hours. This was what's today? Today is Thursday. This was like Tuesday. So this was, I think this meeting was Tuesday, and first thing like 8:30, and I had 2 meetings stacked up at the coffee shop that doesn't serve butted coffee.
don't get it.
So
please don't get it.
I send the report ahead of time, and then I go in and we pull up the report and go through it, and as we're going through, you can just see the tone change. Oh, this is awesome. But in my mind, I'm also making myself a better person in my mind, because I'm like, okay, Kevin, you dickhead, if you're selling digital marketing services, you should be communicating all of this stuff. So they shouldn't be questioning what you're doing. So it helped me, using Claude helped me reason and help me pull that data and see that data and see exactly like it is working and show that client. And I'm like,
yeah.
And it's great because I just put a video out that made people think I was against AI. I got asked a million times,
are you against it?
If I was against AI, and that's like, I'm against water. But
I think people, they will listen to and buy from people they know, like, and trust, things like that, obviously. But I don't know. I read somewhere a long time ago how many times a person grabs their phone. Like, I probably grabbed my phone 50 times already. Just, it's a habit, right? Out of my pocket, grab here. How many times a day do you think that a person is accessing an AI app now? I mean, if anybody's watching, like, how many times are you accessing
an AI
probably ChatGPT and using it? It's like, how many times a day are you asking it a question?
I use mine.
What do you think a person who is not like in your profession or because it's not for like one profession. You could be anything you want to be. You could be a toothbrush maker. You could literally
every
like
industry.
And it's
it's in every CRM.
But like
what's a toothbrush?
Yeah, a toothbrush maker, right? So just first thing that popped in my head.
Up.
But like, how many times you use it for anything in itself? I mean, and how are you asking the questions to it, and what are you doing with it? Are you using it, just like anything, for good? Or are you using it to try to find, ways to be able to make your day-to-day better, to help somebody? I don't know. I probably 20, 25 times a day. I'm like, because, and I'm not doing it for copy paste. I'm doing it for reasoning and problem solving and
what I just told you.
Yeah.
about.
Like, it's the same thing as like, I mean, to fix your lawnmower, to do different things. And it's like using that because now you're getting that firsthand knowledge. That will help people, move to another level. They'll help them be able to establish more where they can get creative with ideas. It's almost like it needs to be taught to be able to, how to use that to be able to get things in a different way versus just the traditional way of going and just researching something and pulling it up, one for one.
Do you get into the Google Gemini stuff very much? I haven't really experimented with that because
more video.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm still using ChatGPT as my search engine pretty much.
And are you using Claude more for advanced reasoning and for like uploading files?
Claude
things like that?
is like the brainchild.
Yeah. Well, when they shut down that highest model for a while,
the Fable.
So that got shut down. They brought it back, and then the next version of ChatGPT is supposed to be as close to it as what Fable 5 is, and then X is working on one. So like these are all running a race, and it's just like when in the late 90s you had all these tech companies, and one was coming out here, remember Yahoo or Ask Jeeves and all these that went to a certain point. So
Snopes.
The hope is that you can go to an open platform where more and more can come out, right? But there's also a fear because as these things get more and more advanced, they're going to figure things out. And can you police them?
Well, like Anthropic, that's who Claude is. They actually came out and said, we're going to slow this down because AI is going to start generating itself.
Well, you saw the big reason why is so that Amazon had some kind of a government contract or something like that. Well, when they opened up Fable 5, somebody did something to where it accessed something through Amazon that got into the Department of Defense or something like that. And they're like, oh no, and shut it down. And that's why, because it got released and people were literally making exact copies of like these gigantic games or these documents, these files. I mean, there was just the amount of like tokens that were being used is insane. But I don't know if anybody's even paying attention to.
No, I doubt anybody's
we're
watching.
Talking at
like an hour and 45 in.
Yeah.
So do you do ad spend still every once in a while on Meta?
Yeah, it'll be through. Just mostly on Facebook. I try to even do it through Instagram or even on our incoming message leads. We get the dollar for dollar return is so much better just on Facebook. Because obviously I can't target market because of fair housing. So you have to do, the bubble and all that. But we get just more that comes through directly just through Facebook itself.
Well, so what's kind of your range when you set your
probably $100 to $200 will run on an ad.
For how long?
Sometimes it will be for 7 days. Sometimes it'll be for 35 days or something like that. It depends on what kind of ad. So if it's just a generic, we'll run. But if it's like a specific listing and I want to focus, like let's say I want to really expand and get into like northwest or northeast Indianapolis area, try to pull some of that towards maybe just to get in that way. It really depends on where we go, and that can change too, depending on, the listing, the conversation we've had with the client, what's important to them, what we think is going to be the most beneficial approach, because sometimes it can be a video walkthrough. Sometimes it can be that, but it's all part of
that you run as an ad.
Well, not necessarily the ad, but more of your basic created ad itself.
Well, ChatGPT,
organic still seems to be really good though.
Yeah, because you got a bazillion followers. ChatGPT just opened up ads for businesses. So I created an account, got in there, seen how you set it up. Then I read some other stuff about it. The difference between running like Google ad, because it's more comparable to Google than it is like Meta. But Google, you can just spend a bunch of money and be on top, but still be a sucky business. But if you spend more ad spend than the next, you're going to be above them, right?
Yeah.
So with ChatGPT, your AEO, which some say it's answer engine optimization, some say it's AI engine optimization, some whatever. But I like that. I like my bots from Twitch. What's up? We're on Twitch. AI viewers, streamboo.com. I love it. So it has to be good for the ad to be effective. And it's a $25 minimum a day. So I haven't ran anything yet.
It depends on how you're positioning a product too, because there's so many changes that you can do, and if you got an ad that goes out and then we do,
but I feel like
or there's something that comes through
with it being a new way to advertise. I haven't explored it. I feel like there might be a lot of real estate.
Well, and there's always going to be an opportunity to try to, I don't say get an edge, because it's not. I mean, you're providing a service.
Locally, it is, because the people around here, they're like, "What? What's that?"
I think more. To me, it's like what's successful is trying to be omnipresent, and put points of who you are, where you are, and then just show your real self. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what we want to do. That's who we try to be. Is we don't even try. We just are who we are, and what we put out there that's what you're going to get.
You got to put it all out there. You got every tier of advertising. It all needs to be out there.
I don't advertise on X. I don't see a lot of people.
I haven't done that.
So it's more of just research.
I think you can put like your shower pictures on X and stuff. I don't think it's filtered or nothing.
TikTok has taken off more.
One of my newest clients is on X, so I just got their account added to my platform, but I haven't went through it yet.
What's crazy is a lot of people used to be like, "Oh my gosh, don't reveal your secrets or what you're doing." But there's not a secret. People are putting content out there. It's consistency, creativity, being able to
authentic.
Yeah, being able to put the time in.
I went to the gym 4 days in a row. I'm gonna start telling people. This is my favorite juicing recipe. This is my favorite juicing recipe. Actually, this is what you should do.
Here's my 100 milligram
Black
cookie.
Miles in the background.
You're stupid. Oh, God. I'm done.
Should we start scrolling Facebook right now?
Well, you got 2 hours?
What are you doing tomorrow? You going somewhere?
Yeah. We're going to take a little trip.
Where?
I'm going to fly out west.
You're going to fly out west.
Yep.
That's pretty damn vague.
Yeah. Going to scout.
You're going to land?
The scouts. Yeah, I'm going to land, God willing. Going to scout some opportunities and check some things out.
Scout some opportunities.
Yeah, I might get into the film industry. I'm kidding.
Take your shirt off. I want to see what we're working with. I don't want to miss out on royalties.
It's a lot of cookies.
Am I the cameraman? I'll do some profit sharing.
No, we're gonna take off for a little bit, and but still, we'll still work and everything. So it's just
we're at out west,
California.
Dang, you got Tesla now. Oh, I see where this is going.
I'm gonna move out there and pay my taxes.
I
right?
see where this is going.
No, we go out and do some take the kids out and have a little fun. So
you're taking your kids with you.
Yeah.
That's good. Somebody needs to be a chaperone.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to keep dad out of the coffee.
Got my security all around the house and all that good stuff. So
yeah, cameras everywhere.
I got
does not live on.
I got eyes. I got eyes on you.
Pretty soon you have neighbors to do that.
Yeah, at some point we will. My bushes are growing.
Oh, I have to go. I have to fly September.
You going out there?
My chimpanzee
is in Florida.
Yeah, my therapy chimp now lives in, I think you say Wakula. Wakula, Wauchlua, or something like that.
Chula.
Wauchula? No,
Cholula.
Cholula?
Yep.
Man, quit messing with me. Quit messing with me. He'll get on here in a minute and drop a comment. My chimp will.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so he went to the Center for Great Apes, or of Great Apes, or something like that.
I saw that.
Yeah, so now, because the guy that had him passed away, so this is like the best possible outcome. Although I don't think I can go down there and like pull on his tongue and everything like I used to, because they would be like,
yeah, they don't know that. Yeah,
he's the insurance.
Yeah,
they're like,
rip your arm off.
They're gonna be down there like Joe Exotic. We'll never financially recover from this. But what I learned though is he has a brother and two sisters down there, chimps.
That's pretty cool.
And that his dad used to live there, and his dad was on Joe Exotic. His dad came from Joe Exotic.
No way.
Tiger King.
No way.
Yeah.
The chimp.
Yeah. His chimp dad.
He had so many.
His chimp daddy.
That guy had so many different.
I'm gonna get my phone out because I emailed. I'll never tell him about that. I'll never make that connection. Oh, Kat Von D liked my message.
Nice.
Oh look, I got a lead for that company.
Look at you do what you got to do.
I need to put that in Claude. We got another website lead.
Greetings. Hashtag.
Let's
or M dash.
M dash.
Exciting news.
Yeah. You want to do a roof?
No. That's God. Those guys, man. God bless them up on this heat. If we get any of those dudes out there working in this, my God.
I'll send it to him on live. I'll send it. I forwarded the lead to him like I'm supposed to right when I get it, because I'm a great digital marketing person. If you need a digital marketer for your business, visit globalmediavr.com. But all right, what was I telling you? Because I was.
You're talking about Joe Exotic having a chimp dad.
Hold up.
Or being the dad of the chimps or something like that.
No. So Toby, which is my therapy chimp, I probably could get him certified as my therapy chimp if you've seen my whole phone gallery of us. But
probably somebody out there.
Somebody got alligator as a therapy alligator, so I know Toby could be my therapy chimp. I might not come back from Florida in September.
There's a lot of people that are moving there. A lot of people have actually moved back
From Florida?
Yep. Real estate stung them.
Down there. Oh, there's something about to happen too with taxes down there. I forget what it is, but like literally, if you don't buy a house like right now, then you're like totally.
Well, it's just there's always that rubber band effect with everything, and everybody went down. There's certain areas, and again, that's why I go back to what I was saying about you've got a huge income gap, and there's younger people that feel like they don't have an opportunity, and they've got the student debt, and they are it's going to be very tough for me to get a home or the home that I want
in Florida
in general. And then they're going to look on a national level and see that person's telling me what I want to hear. And then then you set in new policies. Does that take away the momentum that you have with certain things? Which again, I'm not saying everything's going in the right direction. What I'm saying is you don't want to throw off where we're going in terms of how you're using that tool to be able to change the course of how things are going. It's just, I don't think you're gonna be able to stop it anyway.
You know more about this than I do, obviously. Outlandish mortgages and outlandish interest rates, outlandish rent. Is that ever going to change, or do we as U.S. citizens need to get used to having roommates and living together and stuff like that?
It's a couple parts of the question. Some of it's supply and demand economics. The more inventory you have, that's going to naturally change prices. The interest rates, a lot of that can be driven by, government, Federal Reserve, where the 10-year treasury is. So policy, those changes there. People still can make things move a certain way, but I mean, one of your natural things, you have to have shelter. So you can't just be like, I'm just not going to, I'm going to, I'm not going to move, I'm not going to, which some people are, they're stuck because they've got a really low interest rate and they can't get to where they want to get to. They either don't want to give it up or it's
I would never.
No.
When did you?
We bought ours we refinanced in 2020, sold our house, and then bought one in 2021, just because I said this is right there, once in a lifetime that you're going to be able to get this kind of interest rate, and we told people like do everything you can because you can always get in and fix this no matter what it is. Because
what was your interest rate? Do you remember?
We're 2.875 for 30 years. So do
you remember what mine was? And I only ask because
yours I think was a little bit higher, but the values that's skyrocketed too.
Mine was like 3 or 3.
Yeah, it was still amazing, maybe. Right?
Because I bought in 2016.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like in 10 years, the values of where you were when you bought yours in that neighborhood.
Yeah. Because
those houses are
mine was
$150,000 houses over there.
It's dumb.
Yeah, I mean it's just, but there's such a demand for people that want to get into that $150,000 to let's say $65,000 market if the house is nice and done right.
They need to
you put the effort into the house to make it show ready.
Houses on the east side that just popped up like $250,000 or something crazy.
I mean, there's a market for it, obviously, because
$250,000 houses. There's
professionals that put those out there that build them. That's just there's a market.
But
now, can everybody afford that? No. But is that your median buyer in Richmond? No. But like you said, you're with these apartments downtown, you're trying to attract new people. It doesn't have to be different. You're not trying to cut out people that already live here. You're trying to, you want to grow. You want to give more opportunity. So people are looking for that. There's smart people out there that have read studies and done these statistics and they see that. And there's a lot of finance that's behind it that feels like this is an opportunity. And, only the time will tell over the future. Real estate's a good bet. It's one of the best bets you can have out there. It's not gambling. Over time it wins,
right?
But it's time. And we live in a very now society.
And you have some investment. You've made some investments in the real estate.
Yeah, locally, and not just in real estate. Stocks and businesses, things like that. But it's slow, and that's just and you start very slow and you go from there. I think you see the shiny object and people want to just have everything right then and there, and you don't.
Oh, they don't. They're not patient. They want it now, but in the long run,
if you do things right and you're smart with how you manage your risk, right? And you build relationships and you treat people the way you want to be treated, you will succeed. You will be taken care of naturally, and you'll be able to build something for yourself and do it. It may not happen when you want it, but it will over time. I mean, it's just that's still true to this day.
That's crazy.
But yeah, your neighborhood's a popular one for sure. I mean, just, if you're either downsizing or you're starting out, you want a 2 or 3 bedroom house.
Well, it's funny because we're born with nothing and we die with nothing. So
what are you doing?
At what point do you sell your Corvettes and boats and stuff like that? And then you start thinking like, man, you know what? If I downsize a little bit, I'd be able to spend a little more in my lifestyle. I'd be able to go travel more.
They don't remember the stuff you had. The people remember how you made them feel. Right. They may, and the impact that you did, or, the person that you were and the things that you did. So
yeah, not like what you owned. It's like how you treated these people.
But it's natural for humans to want more and more. And I mean, you've got, for 50 years, you've been told to accumulate more and to just
accumulate as many degrees as you can, get married, have kids, accumulate as much stuff as you can.
I think that goes along with what I feel like it's just stale. And
well, they're starting to realize it doesn't work.
Well, and
they're like 4 divorces in.
And is it important, right? What is important? So do you want to have something for yourself? Yes. Do you want to produce something?
Is it making you happy? Or are you trying to impress somebody that you don't even like?
But, that gets into some deep psychology stuff where it's like, is more ever enough? It's always more. So balance has always been the key. It's easy to say it, but it's just like anything. If you drink too many of these, you're going to bounce all over the walls, right? But if you have just a good enough amount, you'll be able to regulate your day and go from there. It's just like that when it comes to anything, relationships.
Well, and it's like the success. Like you can ask 2 people what their definition of success is, and it could be wildly different.
Well, I think it can be.
What's yours? What's your definition?
I think
of success?
it's not, can't be answered with one thing, because there's got to be like financial success, personal success, and all that. But if you tie it all in together, you want to be able to provide for your specific lifestyle, or at least maintain a certain lifestyle of taking care of yourself, to be able to, have a place to live, have a place to eat, be able to enjoy some experiences, but then also be able to give back, because that's, I think it's a full circle thing to be able, whether it's give back some of your earnings that you've got over time voluntarily, not because the government's telling you to give it back, right? But giving back, or in your time or your wisdom, because, there's a value in having mentors, and but again, that goes back into the more, me, if you can give and talk to people, and if they want to listen, do that. We were out having dinner a couple of weeks ago, and I was talking to a guy that was working in a restaurant. And I was like, dude, you have a really good personality. You really ought to consider getting into a career in real estate and things like that, to be able to go and try and see where you're at, because you do connect, you talk about numbers, you think about things like that, and sometimes just that little bit of an encouragement, you hope that it helps somebody to want to try to pursue something, because then you're going to look back on life and be like, did I ever really try it? And that's what I always want to be like, did I do it? Did I not do it? Should I have done it? And I don't want to look back on life and be like, man, I wish I would have tried or not tried that. I can always just be like, okay, that was dumb, or that I learned from that. I wish I would have done more.
Well, our definitions are wildly different, because my definition
can't break it down to small
of
pieces.
Success is just one word: happiness.
Okay. Yeah. But see, I don't even search for that, because I'm like, in my mind, I'm like,
what's it take to get?
Yeah. So
to be happy.
To be happy, to me is, I think, stability in terms of things are stable. It's just what makes you happy, I think, is experiences and being able to balance. And that's where that stability, balance your profession, your work, and not think okay, am I missing out on doing something I should do here? Responding to something. I mean, we're very big on, if somebody needs something, if there's a text message, if there's a phone call, we're quick to get back at it. and to the point where it's like we will shut everything out.
Right.
And instead of like, just letting it sit for a while. And it's just, to us, it's like, we've got to be, I think we have these servant hearts where we're just like, we want to be able to help people as much as possible. Cause we know we've been in situations where, we know what it was like to be felt like, you weren't important, or you just want to treat people the way you want to be treated. So, come back all the way. I think what's happiness to me is balance, because, I've experienced highs, I've experienced lows, and, I like to learn. I don't like to read.
I like rocks. I like rocks.
Yeah.
I like all colors of rocks. Going back to the regret thing, like, do you ever I don't know, this might just be me off my rocker 100% of the time, but do you ever think about two things? One, when you die, before you die, if you don't die an instant death, right? So like an airplane flying to the west, but but if you don't die like an instant death and you got to lay on your deathbed for like a week in a hospital, you can't go sell real estate. You can't go to the coffee shop. You can't get butted coffee. You can't throw your phone in a pouch and watch a comedy show. Yonder pouch. Yeah. So now you have to live in your thoughts for your last 7 days of your life. And this is where I feel like they should legalize suicide for terminally ill, because I think that would help when you could plan your date. But do you ever think about okay, when I get to my deathbed and I'm laying there on my deathbed, am I going to regret not making this decision in my life, or not trying out this career, or not asking out this person, or not eating? So do you ever take that in consideration, throughout the day when you start thinking about some of your life choices you're making and stuff? Am I going to be happy when I'm laying there in my deathbed? Did I do everything I wanted to do in life? Did I accomplish everything that I wanted to accomplish? Do you ever think about that?
I don't think we ever will accomplish everything we want to accomplish. And I think that's by design. I think, first off, having a higher power that I feel like is guiding your steps, and me personally, going back to my faith in Jesus Christ, is going to give me the strength that I don't have a fear as to what happens when I die. Mm-hmm. But I also know that that's not my decision to make. That is for when his time is for me. So, but when it comes to, I think, just accomplishing certain things and having that and looking back on life, no, there's always going to be things that you're like, man, I should have. And there's also things like, I wish I wouldn't have. So, and we're all, taking an honest look at ourselves with that. So I think that person that's sitting there thinking that, and that has that, I think first off, they don't need to feel like there's something wrong with them. I think it's natural. I think it's human to be able to have those feelings and those doubts, but to also, if you feel that way, to ask, and ask for help, ask God for help, because he's going to answer that, but not the way that you may think. Oh, because I'm a firm believer that you're not working with a human, you're working with, supernatural that's going to be able to do things that we can't even fathom in our own brain. So, and I know that just because of my life experiences. The feelings that you get, and when you have that feeling, there is a warmth that flows over you that that is real.
I guess I know it's deep, but
no, it is deep. I appreciate it.
I guess it's just kind of, I don't know. I mean, my life's been wild.
Some of the craziest people in history had the wildest.
My life has been insane. It was supposed to end a while back. There's all kinds of stuff, and I've ruined relationships. I've made relationships. I've failed. I've succeeded. I've went up. I've went down. So I know right now, I don't fear it. I don't fear death at all. And I know as of like right now, if I'm laying there in that bed, I'm like, man, that was an awesome episode.
Well, yeah, no, I mean it's a story of a life.
like
yeah.
The outro's there. Like so that's what has me thinking when I see other people, you know, wanting to acquire so much and wanting their reputation to be so prestigious, and
it's a human flaw though. It's greed.
I know,
but you can have greed.
It is greed.
You can have greed not just with when it comes to finances. You can have greed with attention,
emotional. You know, like
I mean,
dependency of others for your emotions.
It's humans. We are imperfect people that live in an imperfect world, and it's always going to be that way. I don't want to say advice, but just my thing is if I was in a challenged situation like that, is I think I would just try to slow down and listen and look for things that you're not expecting. And then that kind of gives you a certain thing to look back. But, and
I'm not in a bad spot or nothing. It's just things I like to think about, and by not drinking anymore, like
your mind opens up.
You sit in your thoughts.
Well, imagine the brain cells that like you've refired, right? Since you stopped drinking.
Insane.
I saw that it came across on my my memories. Either the day yesterday or the day, but we sent you like a gift card for 100 days sober.
Oh yeah,
so cool, man. So it's like,
appreciate that.
And no, and I'm not doing that for me to get an attaboy. I'm just like, look at where you are, look at where you were, and like. Doesn't it seem awesome to like think about where you're going to go?
Yeah.
Regardless of what it is.
You're right. Because
that right there, that's all we need.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah. And that's why I'm kind of like, whatever else happens in my life is just extra credit.
Yeah.
So like one of my biggest inspirations is Kat Von D, because and she just posted a video 2 days ago where she's like 19 years sober that day 2 years ago, and she was going hard in the paint, you know, when she was on Miami Ink, LA Ink and stuff, and it was more than alcohol. And I know a lot of people a lot of people go really really hard in the paint, and they've been able to overcome it, like worse than I was with addictions and stuff like that, with drugs. Alcohol's a drug. I don't care what people say. But so now, I'm on the 18th. I'm going down there to see her.
That's cool.
Because she's opened up her store, Bondyland, and Vive and stuff.
Nice.
But it's still thing like she ain't gonna mess with, like I would love to have her here.
Maybe we will one day.
I was texting her husband. I met him down there. Yeah. They're just the nicest people.
Yeah.
But it's finding people like that inspire you, you know, and it doesn't matter where your inspiration comes from, as long as you can find your inspiration.
But we need each other as people to be able to keep things going, because I mean, we're designed that way, you know, we're not designed to be solo in terms of that. I mean, you know, do we go solo? Yes. And it is healthy to be, it's, you know, but like, we're also designed to be able to communicate with other humans in our way. Mm-hmm. And I think we get to this where it is scripted, or it has to be a certain way because these people did it, these grandparents did it. You know, this is the pathway the pathways are broken. And that's the beautiful thing, because it's, you know, you look at like a painting that has, you know, glass and it's broken and there's all these different design lines or whatever. It still creates a masterpiece. And I think that's what you consider to be life. And everybody's got that different way. And some of the most beautiful masterpieces out there were the most broken paintings.
Dude. That's crazy to think about.
It's true though.
Well, I don't even want to mess with somebody that hasn't been through some shit.
No, because,
you know what I mean?
Because they're going to have to deal with it at some point. I mean, at some day that's going to come knocking, whatever it is. It might be lighter. It might be heavier. It might be, you know, it's just, there's so many different things in so many different ways. I think that's where it's just important to, you know, hit your goals, you know, be aggressive with things, but giving And you don't have to like tell people you're giving either, just give. And it could be the littlest thing. Sometimes it's just a smile. Sometimes it's literally just, helping somebody or holding a door. I mean, literally, I know it seems trivial as can be, but it's just those little things like that. I'm a big momentum person. Like, obviously I'm a big person, and the more that I move, the more momentum I get, right? I feel like that same way with life. Like, the more momentum that you're putting out there, not because you're going to get something out of it. It's just, it's an energy thing.
Well, and you hit them at the right time too.
Yeah.
Like that gift card you sent me, that I was in my fields, and it was like, bam, oh snap.
Well, and I mean, it's just something that you want to send people things and let them know, because I think we get so wrapped up in our own things in our world. It's just just like that someone's thinking about you.
The hustle and bustle.
It's just, sometimes we'll just, write a little letter, just tell somebody, hey, look, I really admire what you did there. I thought that was cool. Or tell somebody you did a really good job of that house. Mm-hmm. We all need to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. And I mean, and in the world of like AI messages, it's nice to hear somebody just randomly say, "What's up, man? How are you?"
Yeah. And if you're looking at it from how you can gain a footing in the world, there's a great way, because people aren't doing that. Right. So if somebody's like, hey, how do I get people to notice me more? Or how do I be able to get a brand out there more? Really just have a relentless pursuit of trying to connect with people, but in an authentic way, and understand that, yes, you're going to have a lot of people reject or door close or shut you down, because they're just not because they don't like you, but because it's just an uncomfortable thing now. I mean, I put my face out there, I talk to people, but I also live a private life, and I'm shy. I mean, was never always, outspoken or whatever. It feels good.
Yeah, outgoing.
Yeah.
Outgoing introvert.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at.
I made a decision when I was younger. I was just like, I don't want to go a certain way. I just didn't like the way it felt. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I'm going to, and you learn though, because I had to learn through failures of how I was trying to put myself out there, and I'm still going to fail. I'm still going to say stupid stuff. I'm still going to,
I do that intentionally.
I mean, there's things, it's just, I'm a human.
I intentionally
I'm a human.
Have a speech impairment, I think, but you can tell I flunked kindergarten. And
look at where you are now. Who cares what your kindergarten?
I failed out of Spanish class my first week.
It's like people, we say, like, they'll go and take a real estate license test, and they like, I failed it 3 or 4 times. Who cares? You keep trying. You get a ticket to get to the dance, man.
It don't matter. Yeah,
it's like, I don't care. No one asks you that
test
stuff.
Score,
like
the paramedic stuff. I somehow passed the first time.
Yeah.
But I was like, this ain't even the right test. But the best paramedic I knew had to take it 4 times. And he was the best paramedic ever that I've ever met.
It's sometimes you'll try something and it doesn't work, and you've got to shift in a different direction, but that experience helped you with something.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, and know that, nothing good lasts forever, nothing bad lasts forever. And you've got to be able to handle the ability. And sometimes you just have to be in the storm and deal with it.
And I feel like if you can, I think I wouldn't say you become numb to tragedy, but
you can.
If
a version of
you
it.
get calloused a little bit, right, or negativity,
or maybe you do it on purpose because you don't want to deal with those emotions. It's easier.
Well, or more so accolades, like expecting positive accolades and stuff like that, and negatives. And if you reply to, if you let negativity like on the internet get to you,
it's hard though to not let it not get to you.
Well, it is, but I know people in this community that nominate themselves for awards over and over and over and over, and like they have to have that validation. And it's like, if you get used to getting an award every year at a damn dinner, imagine what's going to happen when you don't get an award. How you're going to feel.
Yeah.
Like if you're used to positive accolades all the time.
Well, I mean, if that's your,
imagine what happens when all of a sudden you mess up in your life and everyone's throwing rocks at you.
Yeah.
So it's like if you can find that middle ground, you can thrive no matter what externally is happening.
think it's important too to be able to see different ends of like the spectrum in terms of like growing up and how you are financially, or, you know, success and not success, and mediocrity or whatever. Like there's this, you know, this balance to be able to see that, and you can have a base to go off of where you're kind of like, okay, this makes sense. This is a foundation that I can go off of. And that's why a lot of people that are, you know, self-made, self-starters, they get a lot of respect, because they, you know, they did start something and they get to a certain point, but you have to remember that base of like what, you know, what it meant to just be
living in a trailer growing up,
something, you know, or, you know, and having fun of yourself and making fun of yourself, or being fun and giving something to others. And just, you know, people are like, well, this guy's, he's off the wall, he's crazy or whatever. Or is he out just having fun, just being grateful to be alive?
I'm just, that's that's me, brother.
That's me, dude. This is an experience that we don't know how long we're going to get, but I'm going to have fun while I'm here. And I'm going to help people.
It's why the times that we live in right now. It's a good time to be alive.
Life Unscripted with Kevin Shook.